last year, looking for another win here tonight.
Alive, one of the tough gyms, I think, now in the country to come in and perform.
Shooting it, and Rob Hodgson leads the conference so far for the three-point land, up over 70%. Shooting the decided size advantage in the paint. Here's Greer for three.
Look at Rashad Kent, and I tell you what, he came at home, 83-80, turnover. Jones will get a freebie.
He gets up.
First bucket of the night.
Nice.
Good matchup here. Dante Jones, Sanchez. Jones gets the offensive foul. Sanchez, second foul of the evening, or the afternoon.
Jones, it's a three-point attempt, and he got it. Dante Jones, who's having a strong freshman season, puts the Scarlet Knights on the board.
And a new shot clock, but Hodgson doesn't want to wait.
Hodgson moving up fast tonight. He goes for his 300th career win. The Scarlet Knights feature an array of three-point marksmen, and tonight Rutgers will be shooting long distance again.
Start here against Rutgers. Tenise inside, and there's the start they were looking for. Alvidas Tenise, the junior, out of...
Going to rock at the rack, even though most of the students haven't come back. A pretty good crowd on hand tonight in Piscataway. To see an exciting team at Rutgers take on a pretty talented...
Not on their sets. They run their stuff good, but the second shots and the slashing and the creativity, that's what...
His man in the air, but it passes up the shot. Dante Jones, the freshman out of Hamilton, New Jersey, ties the game.
Yeah, that really hurts, and a lot of those turnovers unforced, which is even a tougher aspect. Now, there's a freshman that we're talking about.
A far cry from the likes of the Knights' opponents thus far this season.
Rutgers has had their share of dramatic victories as well. Last Saturday, Jeff Billett beat the buzzer against Notre Dame. The Scarlet Knights and Mountaineers renew their rivalry next.
Benson, hey, come on, guys.
Thought it went awful standings, and you see UConn and Miami up there. St. John's
doing a good job this year, no doubt about it. How about Rashad Kent?
Oh, as that young man's game stepped up ever since December 11th. Greer takes and hits the first shot of the afternoon. And Greer
Fired. Loose ball pulled down by Hodgson. The senior ties the game.
Live look at the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers, who still await news of their fate. Will their bubble burst, or will they play in the West? We'll find out when we go back live to Kansas City right after this.
It's a while to get that confidence back. Here's Greer, and you need the support of your front court people to say, hey man, you got to pick.
At games of consequence. It's what February is all about. Tonight, Rutgers continues the fight for its first tourney berth since 1991. Add to the scene, senior night. Rob Hodgson and Jeff Billett, the two most responsible for the rebirth of Rutgers basketball, take center stage.
Kevin Bannon, Mark, your take on his lineup changes today?
Well, I think that, as you mentioned, a young freshman, as we take a look at a sophomore, Greer knocking down the jumper earlier, but the two freshmen, Dante...
Really, their motivation is to win one for Coach Ralph, and that's got them a little beside themselves. Ralph Hodgson on the drive, got the goal, and we'll get to the free throw line. Here in the ACC. Here in the Big East, where I'll leave it at 14. Joel Salvi gives Rutgers the lead. The Scarlet Knights have had the lead for about half of this first 6 minutes.
Master does is with Speedy Claxton with the basketball.
And then at the other end, Dante Jones, the freshman, averaging over 10 points a game. Goes hard to the bat at the top.
Right off the top, three-pointer, and counted for Rob Hodgson. I talked about more offensive-minded. You won't see Jameis.
13th, are we really starting that early, Coach?
I think that's the earliest I can ever remember playing a basketball game. The guys were ready. We ran well. Wagner came in, was really feisty, really got after us defensively. But when our defense got going, our transition got going, and there you see some real nice plays. Jeff Greer off the dribble, and prior to that, Jeff Billett finding Earl Johnson. Right here we get the big fellow involved, Rashad Kent. He does it so well, always under control around the back.
in the flow of the offense. Here's Kent inside, 15 in a row.
Oh, that is a strong move. One thing about Kent.
A look. Dante Jones anticipates, jumps in. Very solid defender. We talked about the
Virginia, only about 15 minutes away from his home. Billett for three.
Well, this Rutgers team loves to shoot the perimeter jump shot.
Inside Tenise, nice move, up and under, he's got it.
I'll tell you, Dave, for a guy who has not played a whole lot, really averaging, I think.
Didn't see him, or at least felt he couldn't get the pass in there. Greer's little pull-up, had to change it, but it goes anyway.
Nice double clutch there.
Hodgson with a good bounce lead down low, and the freshman Rashad Kent is up.
More for their offense. Earl Johnson can get it too.
Gotta like that high percentage shot by Rashad Kent. Gets inside.
Played nicely by Jones. Rear the force. Count it, and the foul. Wow. So the explosive swingman, Jeff Greer, gets to the line.
Electric atmosphere here at the Rutgers Athletic Center as Rob Hodgson and Jeff Billett are introduced for the final time before the home crowd. It's an emotional night here at Rutgers. So much riding on the line. The hopes of this Rutgers program on the shoulders of these two seniors as they desperately want to get into the NCAA tournament. And tonight, a formidable foe at the Georgetown Hoyas.
Rashad Kent. At forward, a 6'7" senior from Mastic Beach, New York, number 45, Rob Hodgson. And at guard, a 6-foot senior from Middletown, New Jersey, number 22, Jeff Billett. And Rutgers head coach, Kevin
As we make the turn towards March Madness.
Sitting there waiting, and finally Kevin Bannon got up. He realized his team was not getting in. There was great disappointment there. Let's hear some reaction from Rutgers. We didn't help ourselves. You know, we could have gotten more done in the last couple of weeks, and that's the way it goes. And you know, you learn. There's some life lessons here as well, and certainly some things that I hope that the young kids in our program remember all this stuff, this experience, what we've gone through, and you know, we play ourselves into a position where we're not like this in the future.
To go in and get some contact, and Rob Hodgson does just that. Nice recognition by him, putting it on.
Double team in the ball as Jones goes hard. Tanish with the putback, and Rutgers playing aggressively ties the game at 4-all.
Look, spins, lane. Runner is good.
So keep in mind, one of the things, even though they're pesky on defense, Kevin
But the rebound tap back. Greer will try it again, and this time he got it. And right in front of the Princeton bench, Jeff Greer buries a three.
Billett looks to go down low to Rashad Kent, a powerful freshman. What do you think about that, Don? I think you got to get out of the way when this guy gets in there. Folks, the guy shooting 75
with a couple of blocks.
Yeah, he's active. I think people that don't know Rashad or haven't seen him are going to be amazed at his athleticism and his timing for a guy that has 280 pounds on him.
Greer was 7 for 7 from the field, had 22 points in this ball game, and really was a plus.
Yeah, well, that's his versatility. He rebounds.
Same job, as you said, he's born and bred Jersey, so this is where he wants to be.
A similar goal really from years of age. Became the youngest active college coach to pick up 300 wins. 65 pounds, only 6'6", but what an impact he has had. A greater than Kevin Bannon admits he expected Kent to have at this point of the year.
And Billett will take that three and hit it. Well, when you watch Jeff Billett, somebody way out there.
Inside the Kent, and he finishes.
Good series of screens.
Hodgson, Jones, and Kent for the Scarlet Knights. Count that one for Rashad Kent. Just man-muscled his way in there.
Well, the difference, Dave, just then is the fact that Kent, we noticed that
Nice. Hodgson, another three in the air, and he got it.
Two seniors working the ball.
On the other hand, Rutgers doing well in breaking the pressure applied by the St. John's defense, and it's been pretty much tit for tat, an answer for late screen.
Kunis is the man who picked up the foul at his first and the team's first.
Remember having a haircut like that?
This was the scene all day at Rutgers. Fans waiting in line for hours to get tournament tickets. March Madness at its best. After all, Rutgers has two teams in postseason tournament play. The men will host Hofstra Wednesday in the first round of the National Invitational Tournament, and the women will host Dartmouth on Friday in the first round of the NCAAs.
It's wonderful.
How long have you been here?
3 hours.
Now, you've got choices.
Years I think he needs.
Oh, no.
You've got choice.
Tight advantage again.
Good feed underneath the Kent. Reverses and scores. Well, he has made both of his attempts.
Backcourt, you're going to be rocking in that chair. That'll keep you in the lineup. Shooting 75% now. An offensive foul call is signaled against the Red Storm.
Rutgers on Rob Hodgson. Here is Billett, an unusual looking stroke, but
Oh, my. Oh, my.
there's a man who has hops, as they say in the business.
Oh, my. Dante.
And now he'll start pushing back, and look where Manga is underneath the basket. I don't care what level you're playing at, if you're going to allow the guy you're guarding to catch.
Greer.
goes inside the arc. It's a 2-point.
Same points, and how about the 43%? They got numbers, Ron.
Billett, the dish to the left. Well, Greer is there to score off a magnificent pass in his...
The pack, Conley going to the glass. Count it. Oh, they're going to wipe it off. Offensive foul. Nice job by Jones. Dante Jones.
Aren't any more people in this place. One up 14-2. And that's a two-pointer for Dante Jones.
Just haven't given them anything to get excited about. What a pass by Billett to Hodgson.
Won against West Virginia. 11 for 11, 6 for 6 from 3, and shows you some of his...
Rutgers much more comfortable in an athletic game.
He's gotten 17 in the last 30 field goals, and one of the reasons
onto the floor. As you can see, even though this program doesn't get a lot of national exposure, there is no shortage of emotion or enthusiasm here in this building.
Now, I'm surprised Bob Mulcahy's not out there cleaning up. I mean, he's spent so much to do athletic director. He and Joe Quinlan came down, and you mentioned Jersey's own great performer at saying, there's Bob, a super.
On the right, it's Greer. And Greer throws up a 3.
Ball. You notice Rutgers will not double down onto the post. They don't want to give up the 3. They'll let Young try and maneuver one-on-one.
Johnson, nice take to the hole. Switched off on the hand as he went down the lane.
And that's a compliment. Rob Hodgson may not think so, but that's a compliment.
Billett down the lane. On the run, he scores. Jeff Billett gets it.
Cummings kept it alive. Tanis pulled down the rebound. Billett Jones hasn't touched the floor. Salvi. Nice job by the rookie.
Outside jumper, Greer, no. They battle on the boards, and Rashad Kent scores for Rutgers.
Billett looks cross-court. Jones, a long two-pointer to give Rutgers the lead.
Nice sweet stroke by the freshman.
It's been a struggle so far.
Greer hasn't been able to get on track. There's Billett up top, and he got a good look at the 3. Jeff,
that emotional status coming out looking for his offense. Oh, nice step by Billett. So Jeff Billett's on the
block by Etan Thomas, the conference leader. Dante Jones with his second bucket.
And a little look, too. Well, he's got a few inches on Griffin, but one of the terrific rejectors in the country, Etan Thomas. What a presence. He kept it in place.
Right down the middle. Reasons touch late. No weak side help at all, so you end up with a
basketball. People balance the floor, take away your fast break. Billett, a little look to the right, and not too bad of a run by
board.
New shot clock.
Greer going hard to the basket.
And Jeff Greer can put the ball.
Additions to this team, a junior college transfer out of Silver Spring, Maryland. As one more coming, Kevin Bannon, the head coach at Rutgers, has done a wonderful job in use his height to tip it to Billett. The senior pusher, Jeff Greer. 3.
Against Georgetown had 14. Hodgson dials up another triple, and you can't give the senior out of Mastic Beach, New York, those kind of looks.
Rather than trying to get it all the way to the basket. I think it was interesting, too, about that Billett shot. I think he was allowing an offensive foul on Watkins. Good job by Kent to hang in there.
7 of their last 8.
Big guy dribbling down low. You got to be so careful with the basketball.
Billett, Collins lost it. Now you gotten away with one. Hodgson tees up a 3. Bingo. Rob Hodgson, is he a great three-point shooter or what?
Billett off a screen. A 3. And how good that looks.
That one was blocked. But Kent gets it back.
Credit Hodgson, 17-7. Celestin, that's a force. So much so that he got the offensive foul. And just what we were talking about. Good things happen with Salvi in there. Stuck his nose.
10 down to 7. Greer for Kent. And the West Virginia native puts it in. That's what he's most effective.
Of his Dante Jones' ability to get to the bucket. Watch this rebound coming out of nowhere. Nobody blocked him out. And I'll tell you, when you're a perimeter player.
Rutgers try to solve it. Hodgson in the middle. Now steps outside. Tanis from the baseline. And it drops in.
The touch of a tennis player. A little soft cradle.
Greer inside. Tanis spins. Need more of that.
Ooh, that's a big hoop.
Earlier today, actually had to have both big toenails removed.
Big lift for Rutgers from Alvinas Tanis, of all people, filling in for Rashad Kent.
Good again, and Rutgers.
15.5 points in conference play. Mountaineers have only played 2 league games. Hodgson for 3. So
5. On to James Madison in Harrisonburg, Virginia. This was a quality win.
I really think so. I mean, this is a team that I think could be a tournament team. They have 5 Jersey players. They have a lot of veteran kids. We went down into their territory, and boy, we just started well with our defense, and we set the tone right off the bat, and we never looked back. Good overall team performance.
There's Dante Jones, who had 6 for 10, 13 points in the ball game. Here's a little bit of flash from Jeff Greer. 20.
Offensively, so much of the pressure is put on the point guard, but with Princeton, it is the center.
Earl Johnson.
Because of position like this, right in the perfect spot, just a nice little touch.
An offensive threat, but I tell you what, he will dog you and give you a headache from 94 feet. There's Billett with his answer, and it's a zone by the players. Rattles the red, go Jones, a floating finish, good. Wow.
That was
Dante Jones.
4 shooting from the field for the Clemson Tigers, but they're within 2 with their head.
Night against Pittsburgh, they have been loose and comfy here. Jones. Dante Jones against the man.
Get myself in the game and threw it out the half court.
Hurricanes shot selection not there, and that's an offensive foul on Tim James. And tip your hat to the men in red. They are playing top-notch defense.
It's Salvi, kept it alive, and here comes Rutgers. Ahead of the pack, Greer. Man to beat, lays it up and in, and a foul.
Absolutely terrific basketball play by Jeff Billett just then from Rhode Island.
Johnson to Greer. Nice pass. And Greer with an acrobatic finish.
Absolutely, and that tiny bit of a hesitation before he shot the basketball to free himself. There's Salvi with some energy off the bench. Billett has some numbers. Oh, good look for Johnson. Tipped in by Salvi. Billett and Salvi leading that break. Beautiful pass by Billett. Salvi giving them the energy, and the fans react to it.
He's out top.
Down though, they didn't.
Here's Greer. Doesn't hit a ton from 3-point range, but he'll bury this one.
He's been up and down.
Hodgson, a terrific 3-point shooter, strokes it down as Hodgson, who's hitting 51% threes.
Now Llewellyn's going to try to make something happen. The ball rejected past the bench. They're going to call that a shot clock violation because the ball never hit the rim.
4 tonight. Here's Billett in a hurry. Billett against the defense and scores. Nicely done by Jeff Billett.
Hofstra can't get it down, and here come the Scarlet Knights. Johnson, Earl Johnson gets down and gets it in. It's a 1-point.
Con's defense is not giving them any good looks. Johnson, that's a 2. Rutgers.
Denise is laboring. Richardson, much the quicker of the two, making the big Lithuanian go baseline to baseline. What a move.
Rob Hodgson strong to the bucket. Albert.
He's en route to major stardom here in the Big East. State here in New Jersey. Consensus top.
7 minutes into this opening half. Johnson 3 down the lane, puts it up and in.
That's a fine
Getting back in sync by excellent ball movement. Keeping the lane spread, posting up Denise and getting.
Hodgson, a 47% 3-point shooter, nothing at the arc, so the senior forward is actually in graduate.
Team that plays in streaks, West Virginia, and you've got to withstand those streaks.
Greer from behind the Hodgson screen. Wide open.
Shoot it well from long range. Kent. Here's Billett. He's got 2 from long range. So Jeff Billett.
Jump shots to go down here. Here's Hodgson taking all the way and sit back again. Earl Johnson's jumper's good. 4 blocks on the night.
Good catch and good position, but the tenacity to get to that block's very, very fast and get great positioning down low.
Denise last year had 5 double-figure games, one of them against Villanova, career-high 15 points.
This Billett has the ball blocked, and the follow inside, score it, and Jones will go to the line.
And that's the rank, by the way. This is one
as well. Looks to Perry, up and under, and that's rejected by big number 44, Rashad Kent, who's still down at the other end as the Knights come back and miss a short one. Johnson, the follow, and timeout is called.
Well, he went down, his feet got taken.
Johnson back to Billett. Gotta love that hitch in his stroke. It works.
He'll come right through the middle of the screen here. Nobody picks him up. No one establishes. No one steps in front. He must stop.
Billy Paul, the Whopper, some pretty good St. John's teams. So it's something that's always in your mind.
I got to tell you, Dante Jones, a New Jersey kid, coming across the river and having a heck of a night.
We're going to take this abuse from him, tee him up. We get Bobby Donato and Timmy Higgins, veteran officials. And Kevin letting Timmy Higgins know about it. Says, come on, if the guy's going to act like that, you got to tee him up.
Your brother wears 25. Here's Jeff for Rutgers for 3.
He should move right here as he just crosses over and blows by Young. A tough finish out ahead. He's given him a spark off the bench.
This guy, Dante Jones, who decides to no soup for you. Early catch and deny.
Earl Johnson from the side, no good. Hodgson with keeping the ball alive, and it results in a layup by Jones. Great hustle play by Hodgson to
first three-point attempt of the night. Billet, I took that Kent.
And that's a tremendous rebound, and that is precisely the cure for the first round by Detroit. And of course, they lost two superstars with Felipe Lopez and Zendon Hamilton, as Kent again finds himself right under the basket.
They had a couple of bad shots here.
No shot clock switch.
Billet with three. Ahead of the pack, Earl Johnson in the game. He attacks. He goes up and scores.
You have a guy like
Try to get within 6 or 4, I should say. How about 3? With the Billet 3. And another excellent screen.
A little bit into the fire here.
Yeah, when you get the ball out to Earl Johnson and Jeff Billet, and you have people like Jeff Greer and Dante Jones flying down the sideline, you can really get some nice transition.
Billy Collins, 8.7 minutes. Rutgers wins it 78 to
James. Open underneath is Salmons, blocked by Rashad Kent.
Excellent rotation.
On the court. And that's 4 turnovers now. Out of bounds. Johnson on the move, finds Greer for 3, and he buries it. 3's in.
See Hodgson here makes a beeline for Tenise after the basket, and
also gets some more size in that front line.
So one set to check in for Rutgers.
Good look. Good ball fake.
Good shooter, and Hodgson. Both Hodgson and Billet are over 45% from three-pointer range in this game.
The bench following this play up. You get a good play there defensively.
And that game, Leo, that his dad works on nothing but fundamentals with young players. He says that's all the game is at any level.
Well, talk about fundamentals. There's an example right there. Rashad Kent, he's not a shot player.
The lob inside. Greer with the follow. Just knocks it in.
5. Billet way outside, guarded by Kilpatrick. Gets inside. Pump fake. Up. Go! Jeff Billet.
Throw 75% shooter. Second is good as well. And now it's looking at the defender to try to position himself so that he can get his shoulders ahead of the
box. Jones all the way. Jones to the glass and count it.
Rutgers taking advantage, though. A couple of guys on the board.
4-0 lead at Princeton. Seton Hall trailing at Old Dominion 11-8, almost midway through the first half. For stands.
Flying over. Joe Mingle not making many friends here in the early going. Kevin Bannon, Sarah.
The clock at 4. Billet raises up, fires with 2, and he hit it. Boy, that's a beauty for Rutgers.
And not to mention that both times Billet has hit the shot from long range.
Big fella in the game, Alvidas Tenise, and right now defense very quick. They switch quickly. Here's Billet bring up a shot. Inside, outside, the big young freshman Kent with
rejection. Watch Kent come into your picture, and then his feet come out from under him.
Sees the guys that he's heard about and maybe played against in AAU ball, etc. It's time for him to see if he can match up, and he's doing it.
And he just drew the offensive foul and showed some emotion afterwards. Dante Jones was really poor last night.
Alvidas Tenise, first time in the lineup, has some touch, can put it on the floor. Alvidas Tenise.
The start tied at 12. Billet. Everybody hitting from outside for Rutgers.
What a down screen to set them up to. You know they were scattered and prepared for, but still unable to stop them.
Good looks in the half-court situation, West Virginia.
Hodgson wide open 3.
Short. Good defense by Billet on Jeremy Holmes. Here's Billet. Route to route. Billet trying to take this game over a little bit. Another Pittsburgh 20-second timeout. The Scarlet Knights lead by 9.
And I mentioned earlier, use the Rutgers defense as a barometer.
This is job. It's a good job by Billett, again, finding the open spot.
Look the other way. He's got Salvi with him on the break. Salvi, the finish.
What a presented.
Legitimate scoring threat, a guy that can handle the ball, help break the pressure, and he's a tough kid on defense.
Oh, nice backdoor cut for the sophomore Jeff Greer. So Greer has 5 points.
Blocked by Biggest. Ken is there and he scores.
Really one of the few offensive
Big man, you see him checking Bland. He just steps down to give defensive help.
Kevin Bannon the other night against Brown. Here's Hodgson in the paint. Long range for Jones, and he hit it.
Don't have the kind of personnel to match up with Rashad, and that gave us that inside-outside look. If you get some easy baskets around the basket, you're going to get some open looks for people like Hodgson and so forth.
Nice look there by Earl.
Yeah, Earl does a great job of getting by his man, drawing the defense, and then finding the big fella on the block.
Joel Salvi, man, this guy's got energy. He had 14 points in 17 minutes.
He's really become a crowd favorite because
265. How did Gail Catlett let him get away from Fairmont, West Virginia? Here comes Johnson. Laid it in. 6 points for Earl Johnson.
Laid it in with authority and a nice little spurt by Rutgers. Got ourselves a good back and forth battle here.
22nd timeout has been taken with the score now tied 15-15.
Here's Jones, and good help. Your Kunis can't believe it. Scored the hoop for Jones, and your Kunis gets the foul.
I think that should have been just a play on.
They're going to try to wear him down. Nice spin. Hodgson there with the layup. That was gorgeous.
That was a sweet spinning move there by Hodgson. And then
shoots over the top, a little short, follows it, and dunks it.
Contested on the drive after creating the turnover situation. And a nice job in transition.
Got it again. And now finds Billett. That funny-looking shot, but it's been good enough to be the best three-point shot in Rutgers history.
And good ball movement here, where he picks up a second three-pointer. Same type of action. Good release. A little quicker that time with the defender coming at him.
Win over a ranked team this year. Jersey retired in those years, 64 to 67, and coinciding exact
double. Good pass, man. But Jones was quick. Greer running out. Postel chaser. Check out the house. I don't know. Greer running out. Postel chaser. Check out the house.
And you watch Jones looking up the floor and really getting his body in pretty good position. He had to avoid really 3 guys in that trip.
Go. Action in the Big East here on ESPN2. Kent inside reverse and lays it in.
Shot clock at 10. Along the baseline, Johnson with the runner.
Well, listen.
Defensively, and again going to the offensive glass. Jeff Billett with that unusual looking stroke, but how well it.
When he's really dangerous. Sometimes he gets going a little too quickly, but that time it was measured.
Salvi. Buying him for the alley-oop pass. Dante Jones will launch. Book it. Dante Jones getting a...
Boy, they have not gone to line much in terms of trying to generate offense. Tell you what, Kent, I think, took a flop on that one. First.
Now, UConn has made the adjustment to switch out on Billett off the screen, keep him from getting open threes.
Greer, how did he get around Mooring to...
Everybody out there but Kent can fire from the arc. Why do you fire from the arc when you got Joe Salvi coming out of the rafters and slamming it down?
Oh, he said earlier.
The 3, much like the European teams. Hodgson, the 6'7" forward, bangs in the arc, and all of a sudden Rutgers has opened up a 10-point lead. 14.
Gives him a little versatility on the wing. Billett gets his man in the air. Hodgson wide open for 3.
No real superstars, but good, solid, fundamental basketball.
Finds Johnson again. They go to the corner now. Here's Greer with some penetration. Count the basket, and the foul's on Conley.
How about the ball movement? It all started with Tanique.
Looking for some hands on the basketball. Hodgson. Count it. And the foul. Yeah, Kearse with the reach in. They had some problems at half court. The trap working okay, but then...
Because people at the rack love people that, let it all hang out. And boy, does Joel let it all hang out.
And here's Billett hitting some three-point field goals. He had 16. Rutgers up at the half and winning easily in this ball game, 84-49. So the Scarlet Knights looking good.
This is an easy transition basket for Rutgers. They haven't had many in this first half. And Johnson, a backcourt man, shows you got some pretty good spring in those legs.
Rutgers can take its time, but Billett's going to force the action. He got a layup!
Great decision.
Dribble. Gaither bails him out. And Johnson strips Gaither from behind. One-on-one on Kearse. And he scores.
Well, Johnson has been the lift.
Greer got his feet set, passed it up. Johnson inside. Nice lead for Tenise. Pump fake. Goes with the jump hook. It's good. Alvidas Tenise. He's got 6. Timeout Villanova.
Simply put, he caught the basketball in the middle of the floor. He never missed the basketball. If he dropped
Game, he's got him already. Artest to the basket. That's an offensive foul. Jody Sylvester.
Or take the bigger players outside. Very versatile basketball player for John McLeod. And there's a
32-15. Johnson baseline over Biggis and scores. Tough shot, Biggis.
Hudson. There's a triple. 4 runs. 3rd in the conference. And 3.
Here's the last play by Billett. That's a great job to draw the defense sufficiently far away from Kent that he's got the open look at.
Cummings knocked Billett to the ground, and the whistle didn't come. Hudson hit 2 to Reed.
Line for Hofstra.
That's what you were talking about. You remember points like this, even if you got 4 and 2 of them were with a dunk right there, able to hang on the rim because of defensive players underneath them. See right there, kind of straddles the defender.
He stayed right there so he could be identified. Move a step or 2.
Greer. Two-point ball game. Well, Jeff Greer on a great athlete takes it to another level on that one. All the way he thought about a dunk as he saw Postel bearing down on him, and that's what you got to think when you get a chance.
Rutgers out of rhythm. Jeff Greer hits the spinner. Pretty move for Greer, who leads Rutgers 6 points. Here's Greer.
Good slip cut by Hodgson.
Hodgson. High percentage shot. He knocks it down.
Sophomore Jeff Greer, you take a look. Billett again drawing 2 defenders. Johnson missed his last couple of shots. And then Jeff Greer, he's really stepped it up as well, along with...
Nobody on Hodgson down low. Oh, what a move. Boy, was he camped down on that right baseline for a count of 1 or 2. Got the basketball. The 2 West Virginia players tried to go after him, but he just slid right through the middle. 9-point lead. Offensive foul called against West Virginia's...
And Kent...
Jones from outside with a long 2-pointer, and it's a 12-0 run for the Scarlet Knights.
Boy, is he legit. He starts...
Too soon, he's in trouble.
On the inbound, Rob Hudson scores, and he'll go to the line.
There's the difference between...
Be lucky than good. Billett again from 3. Great rotation on the jumper. And Jeff Billett is starting to feel it.
From ESPN Plus.
Johnson will hoist a 3-pointer. He's the 3rd different member of the Rutgers.
Went to the luau. As you can see, some of my teammates up there looking a little crazy right now.
That's Rob Hodgson and Connor Fox. And Alvidas Tenise, what is he doing here?
Star of the show. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. And when he came out, it was so...
That one is going to be off the mark by Greer, and on the follow. Joel Salvi, the junior out of Silver. Goes to Greer. He can go hard to the basket. A tough shot. A floater in the lane.
Johnson, an excellent passer. He'll get on the boards every now and then.
Baseline Bootsy. Offensive foul.
Usually shoots to that baseline, trying to being bloodied. The other senior went through 3 jerseys in a big Monday win for Rutgers over Syracuse in Piscataway. The find of Collins. Billy Collins, the freshman, 6'7", Bishop Brady.
Rutgers down 2. Greer drills a triple, and the Scarlet Knights.
Billett guarded by Breswell. Kent down low, pump fake, second try goes. It's 22-22. Greer changes that with a 3.
Really hasn't been able to get on track. Here is Billett hitting only his
shot. Here's Kent to clean it up.
Yeah, he's just explosive. He can get that first step as he does right there, right to the goal. Good leaping ability. Jones to Greer. Here's Hodgson. Piece of cake. Yeah, Billett back on the floor. Dante Jones also doing a good job of being a release. They finally got the fans really into it now with a little fast break action. And Hodgson, who has been struggling, giving them a lift. Single-digit scoring, 4 out of their last.
At 6'6", a big body. He can't get it to go, but the follow-up is by Dante Jones.
Against man-to-man, he's won this nice look here. Beautiful basketball. Oh, what deployment, huh? Get it to the foul line.
That's how you shoot 75%. Rashad again getting great feeds from Hodgson.
Kevin said he threw it.
Coming up the floor with a good lead pass. Salvi gathers and drills it. The junior college transfer out of Silver Springs, Maryland, 6'7", and he plays hard. Here he is working on Richardson up and over the top, so we've seen him go for it. We've seen the turnaround.
Leonard Hamilton saying he's had trouble adjusting, and here he throws it away. Greer to lay it in and to bring him back within 2.
Show, nothing's here. It's 3-on-3. The fourth Rutgers player, Johnson, gets into the fray. Next thing you know, the big guy can catch it, put it on the floor, and make a great play.
First game, that opens up the perimeter. Look at the young man underneath, having the ability to use that pivot.
Get it to go. Rebound, Kent. Billett. Another 3. What a possession that was.
28 mark remaining in the first half. Kevin Bannon didn't particularly like the call, but he's going to have a good minute and a half to talk things over with his squad, and who knows, maybe.
Brokenborough, third foul on Jeff Billett.
Wow, that is
There's no time on the clock.
big one. Tim Higgins right in front of it.
His first. And when you get the guy open underneath, you only and they reverse the basketball. Billett trying to hide along the baseline, puts up a 3 from the corner and nails it.
Coach Bannon steps off the emotional roller coaster of coaching when he does a local radio talk show.
Johnson takes it away inside. 3-on-2 for Rutgers. Billett sets for 3. Got it.
That's as good as dishing it.
I guess what? His brother coaches here. Now he is, what, 1 for 5? Because he said he was 0 for 4 before tonight, but he promised he was coming.
Guys who have had some terrific careers here. Sellers, Phil Sellers in the middle right there is number 12. And
he stepped right in and played like an experienced upperclassman as well. Oh, off the inbounds. Kent getting a dish from Earl Johnson and Rashad.
Had 23 fewer shots. Here's a steal by Dante Jones. Griffin chasing. Dante finishing and a foul.
And along came Jones.
No, not at all. Kent looks like me after a quarter ice cream. Here's Kent inside his first bucket of the night, and he's very effective.
Shorter, quicker pass. Sure enough. Perry gave it a look. Oh, good block by Dante Jones. He did that to Jamel Thomas in the game here against Providence a good 4 or 5 times.
Bannon irate. 25-22. Temple on top of
his father, who was a high school basketball coach. Bob can't believe that his son is in foul trouble with 3.
In the first half. Here's Johnson in the lane and nails it. Nice.
It's out here tonight.
Billett got set up, and he hit the 3.
I'm on James, but because Hodgson has been so solid, there hasn't been the need for it.
Huge start for Jeff Greer. 4 for 4. 10 points. Rutgers.
Termination. Now Greer. Good look for Salvi. And a nice touch on the shot by Joel Salvi.
Final 10. Triple penetration by Billett. Good decision there. Especially
in his 9th game. He's out of Concord, New Hampshire. Earl Johnson.
Pretty Hodgson finish. He has 9 to lead Rutgers. And, boy, you have to identify where he is on the floor, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Inside, loose ball. Here's Greer. Postel is back defensively, but Greer finishes anyway.
For Notre Dame. Johnson to the basket.
Earl Johnson makes it.
As a team is very effective. Kent reverses and scores his 4th.
He was the player of the year last year in New Hampshire. Billett pulling up, knocking it down. And Rutgers.
Jones pulls up and scores. Dante Jones empty in the bank.
Well, it was important to get off to a good start. Anytime you play a game like this, you don't want somebody to come in and get confidence in your gym. And so I thought our guys were pretty sharp early on, setting the tone. Great defense early on.
Rutgers opened up a 12-0 lead in this ball game, and they did it from both outside and inside.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we did a good job of finding Rashad Kent all night long. He had 20-plus points, and, you know.
Although Salvi's got a couple attacks working. Inside they try Billy Collins, the New Hampshire high school.
Back at the other end. There's Salvi. Nice touch with his legs.
Position. They just can't get the ball to him. Billett hung in the air and hit a beauty. His second field goal. Man has the softest hands and feet. Now as you look at Hodgson going wide open in front of the St. John's bench, 3 defenders.
It should be called a held ball because he had his hand right on it, both of the gentlemen holding it. That's what kept.
And Medley has committed 2 turnovers already.
51% from three-point range. He had all day to look at it. He knocks it down. Timeout, Villanova. The 22nd timeout. It's 26-9 Rutgers.
No choice but to call timeout if you're Steve Lapis right there as the spread widens on you.
Break in transition. The threes are what Rutgers do so well. Jeff Billett, it's like a layup.
Tonight, the only 2 guys really to get loose. Here's Billett finally getting a chance to launch.
A good shot.
Inside Kent. He's harassed. Nice pass, Salvi. Wow, he went 4 rims on it.
Johnson pops out, gets it to Greer in the paint. Greer for 2. Nicely done.
Take the pressure off the starters. Long 3 for Hodgson. Well, he's tops in the Big East in three-point percentage at 47%. He drains his first attempt today. Another turnover for West Virginia. There's Billett running the show. Great pass. Tenise finishes. Rutgers by 16.
Ability to back cut, well, they zone faces out. They don't really have good vision on you. And
Rutgers working hard to free up a shooter. They do, as Dante Jones now builds his.
The 3 of them leaving Hodgson wide open. And I tell you, I might have even attempted a dunk in that shot.
With just 21 points.
No, that's the thing. It's a tempo.
Player of the year. They're really working over Billett. Down low it goes to Hodgson. Up and down, and Rutgers takes the lead, but Hofstra
Season tournament. Of course, Jarvis very successful at George Washington. His trips to the NCAAs in 5 of his 8 years.
And everybody else from Miami doing a great job getting in there. Billett got that one over the outstretched arms of Wembley.
The 202 mark inside Hodgson. He's right there. Oh, man, it finally went down. Gibson.
They're going to try to pick up the intensity before intermission. Salvi from the foul line rattles it home. He gets his first field goal. He's got 5.
Got it wide open, Hodgson. For 3. In the air, in the hoop.
Just outworking them right now. Loose basketballs. Rutgers is coming up with more of them, especially at the offense.
Greer left open from 3. And he's going to hit that.
Kent has been a factor inside. Greer almost lost his pivot foot, but slashes down the lane and scores. He's got 10.
He just lulled Thomas to a sleep out of
Salvi, and the ball's taken down nicely by Johnson. Gets it out, and Billett, who has a little bit of a hitch in his stroke.
throw, but Greer the offensive rebound. Hodgson open for 3, and Syracuse in trouble right now.
You get the feeling they're on fire. Oh, they were enjoying it in Jersey.
Greer with the board, Hodgson another 3. This place ready to explode, and Jim Boeheim wants a timeout.
Made that long 3 earlier. Salvi. Tough move. Boy, it sure was. I mean, he had great.
Rutgers has made their last 5 shots. Hodgson turns on Postel. Tenise hits the jumper.
Whoa. Passing, or rather for Villanova, but now Rutgers comes down the other end, starts taking advantage of turnovers, shooting the ball well. They're in a confidence level as a group. You can see it, the body language.
With a low base. Salvi leaps, gets it down. Joel Salvi.
PM. There's what you got to wear if you're doing the snowmobile bike racing.
If you're smart, fundamental defense. Everybody rotates, keeps the dribbler away.
But with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Jones, runner in the lane. That's his game. He's murder off the run. Good looking shot by Dante Jones.
He does all the little things that make a team a champion.
Baseline, beautiful feed underneath to Salvi.
He's like Dennis Rodman in the NBA.
And Salvi, here's Salvi again, yes.
He gives 100% out there, and people like that when they see that.
Finds fun, steal by Salvi.
He goes all out on the floor, you know.
Here's Salvi.
Looked to see if anyone was free. Nobody home. Underneath Earl Johnson, and he scores.
Dave Billett so far tonight. This is Johnson. Quickly gets it to Greer. His brother Ricardo plays for Pitt. Finish inside by Rashad Kent, who has 9 points.
Boy, that's a fine job breaking.
Once it, they don't get it to him. Kent.
You notice how tight they make.
Oh, nice cut. Nice pass, nice cut. Earl Johnson and Kent come.
Hodgson got to stop that patience, but ends up getting a pickup out of it.
Move people out, and he's very quick on his feet. No foul. Rutgers hits the three as Earl Johnson.
The advantages, and they are taking advantage of it.
Biggest 0 for 3 on the field. Jones, short jumper is good. There's, you know what, Jimmy, we just saw somebody take and make an intermediate jump shot.
Absolutely. Greer for 3. Yes, he is on the mark this afternoon. That's 13 points for the sophomore.
And boy, they need to get Hamilton, and I think Jake Bosco's been underrated, his presence inside.
Billett, lane opened up, and he makes Villanova pay. Good job by Jeff Billett to get inside. He's got 13, and that's a...
Knights hold on to the lead. You're watching Big East basketball from ESPN+. Hodgson again looking to beat his man off the dribble, and a nice feed to Denise.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron Artest is a very good defensive.
Well, Hodgson made the great pass to Kent here. Once again, between defenders, they do a nice job of getting into that gap. A little nylon by Rob.
Scarlet Knights getting contributions all the way around
the zone, found the open spot, and Rutgers does a very good job of recognizing their teammates. And there's a defensive play now by Salvi.
It was Salvi. The little things become real big things when they create turnovers like that and lead to a 3-point stroke by Earl Johnson and Oliver.
Johnson knocked it away. Another turnover for West Virginia. Good look. Jones. Dante Jones counted the foul. The delayed break has been run very well for Rutgers. West Virginia.
Someone like that in the Rutgers program.
The bench.
Let me take a look. You see Jeff Greer had his feet ready to shoot. So important for good
Go.
See if they can string Bill.
Alley-oop.
Look out. Oh, yeah. That was a set play. Dante Jones way up for that one, and suddenly a 12-point game. In the show, little flip pass, and then the fill down the lane for Dante Jones. And earlier on, we had Salvi on the blocks. Watch the big left step. See that left step? You have to get the strength underneath your body to be able to propel yourself into the air to get a quicker look.
And a little bit of defense leads to offense with Greer, the trigger man.
Well, anytime, we really think that we play pretty good defense, and when we are active defensively, it's going to give open court, and I think we're good at that as well. So.
Ooh, nice crossover by Dante Jones.
Well, that's Dante's game right there. He's so athletic, and he gets to the rim as well as anybody, and that was a great finish.
Second half, Rutgers continuing to shoot well, 62% for the ball game.
Well, we got a lot of easy.
At the other end, Hart forcing it in an offensive foul.
Never got the angle. Good hustle back. Greer offers it up.
He's in 14-8. Here's the slick freshman, Dante Jones down low, and he gets the roll, and Rutgers builds a 10-point lead.
Ball diamond somewhere downstairs.
Yeah, they've got 5 floors to this building. They get a lot of use out of it. Princeton Tigers have had a lot of success.
And now Billett, maybe not quite set for it, but it didn't much matter.
Good of creating 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s, and Rutgers has done a better job this afternoon early on of creating advantages for themselves. Move here. Let him go off. 3 minutes left or so in the first half.
Good defense by Farley. Billett inside. Hodgson posting a nice spin, and he flips it up and in.
Well, Rutgers really hasn't been looking to establish.
Struggle with his shot. Hasn't seen many open ones, and here is Greer firing.
48% shooter from the three-point stripe. You can get the step. You're pretty tough to handle.
Pressure. Look at Rutgers to the middle with Greer. A beautiful bounce pass as he draws Watkins and Kent.
Good step through here. Look at this. They got an open look.
Joel Salvi underneath on a great feed from Jeff Greer.
They call a foul? Yeah, they did. Okay, I was wondering why he was salivating under there. Get back on D.
Hard to tell with the noise in this place, but again, great tic-tac-toe passing by the Scarlet Knights for the easy shot.
There's no place like home. This is not a humble surrounding. A great place to play basketball. The rack. Down they go.
Shooter, as you would expect. He and Billett among the best. Billett, as a matter of fact, is the best free throw shooter in the conference this year.
Getting their engines running. Kick it out to Jones. Greer's open. 3 ball. Big shot. Under a minute to play. He hit it.
Boy, nice job by Rutgers to keep their composure, keep their poise, and suddenly a 9-point game. I talked about single game.
As we get close to February, where the importance steps up even more.
Oh, Hodgson with a nice feed and a good catch by Tenise.
I think there's a big sigh of relief with the way.
Don't pull it back, otherwise you're not going to give that ball a chance.
Earl Johnson does a nice job freeing himself up and gets the friendly roll on the Notre Dame basket.
For a short backcourt.
Billett with time buries the 3.
Deployment, the cut by Salvi sort of distracts, and now he gets himself sliding to the box, and the rest.
Hodgson. Cowett goes right by him. Lays it up and in.
Missed opportunity for Villanova. They had that basket.
Back to within 9.
Johnson dishes off. It looked like he had a shot, but he saw the big guy open, gave it to him, and he'll go and shoot for 3 now at the line.
Maybe take a look at Johnson, give his teammate a little pound.
Start taking something towards the basket with a little more direct. Little guards. Nice runner by Johnson.
You have to do that. You have to salvage. Put back up and in. A nice follow by Rashad Kenny's in double figures with a line.
East is a big enterprise.
Yeah.
And it's booming as now Salvi works and gets an offensive rebound and knocks it down.
And to that 3-point line.
Billett, Hodgson, big 3. Yes, sir.
Game of inches, too.
Play, though, by Tenise. And look at him run the floor with Greer.
Numbers. Oh, the big guy, huh? It wasn't pretty, but effective. He looked like you sprinting out to the grocery store.
And another timeout. Saturday night at St. John's, Tenise had 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting. As you said, we'll probably never see him in an instructional video, but he's getting the job done.
Throwing it into Rashad in the paint. The kids did a great job.
Here's Jeff Billett with the steal and the tough layup as Rutgers opens up a 17-point lead. More defense coming up, and Dante Jones, the architect.
Yeah, Dante's become such a great defender for us. He's, you know, as a freshman, it's amazing the confidence that he has that he can shut someone down or give us such activity on the defensive end.
Rutgers wins it 80-55. Earl Johnson
has got great agility for his size. Look at him hang in the air, ward off the defender, and still convert the and one.
Freshman center Donald Emmanuel was called for the personal foul. It's his second.
To the first half for the Scarlet Knights.
Well, Greer with the nice look, the back screen for Jones. That's why you've always got to put great pressure on the basketball, not allow that pass, and then nice swing of the basketball. Greer, his first bucket. We talked about it.
Johnson uses the glass nicely. West Virginia just seems a little lost. Hodgson. Thomas gets a hand in. Collins from outside. It's a 2. Collins gets his first basket.
But getting down and get the puppy set. Soft enough to kiss it home. You mentioned the numbers. That turnover in an area where the backcourt just couldn't get.
Gives it up. Greer down there in the baseline. Strong move to the hoop by Jeff Greer.
Took a shot and finished.
Can't get it. One and done for Villanova.
Not a good shot, though.
Up ahead of the pack. Jones is there. Count it.
As we saw for the first.
Stay on Jeff Billett, not allow him a clean look. Wow, Earl Johnson's feeling it.
He is feeling it indeed. You talked about him, Leo, with a
trap and make somebody other than Billett and Johnson handle the basketball.
Hey, Hodgson and Billett are beautiful to watch, aren't they?
Hits both. Nice pass by Johnson. Here's Greer. Hodgson wide open. Another 3. He's hit 3 of them. He's got some bounce to him, too.
He'd love to start. Can't use Tenise and Earl Johnson handling night for Rutgers.
You can see how teams just can't get out, but you got help in the back. Not that time.
That's Dante Jones at his best right there. He's an excited.
Greer on the curl. Dump down. Tenise. Lay it up and in. Well done with 5 seconds to go.
Got to get it up to.
lead to Dillon. They've got more time. Here's a lead down low to Inglesby. And a beautiful block inside. Clean all the way. Terrific defense by Rutgers.
And that will do it for the first half of play. Hodgson with the ball, started at Indiana University and transferred to Rutgers.
Another guy by the name of Larry Bird starting at Indiana University. But you take a look at Kent down low again.
Defense, quick hitting, good shooting by Providence. Produce a 6-point lead as we go to half here at Rutgers. The Big East Wire coming your way after these messages.
Jeff. But they've signed Josh Moore, Kareem Wright, and Sean.
Long, Kent the follow.
Now he's very tough because he held position. Weak side.
At Notre Dame a couple of days ago. 5 for 5 from three-point range. Hodgson's got one teed up. Line driving, it's good. Another 3 for Rob Hodgson.
Hodgson, another 3. He's stroking it. Oh, he is. How open is he too? Who's guarding him?
Fans first Hickey and then Jeff Greer coming down to save the day, pinning it on the backboard.
Jones is right back within 3.
And Bucci down here is covering Jeff Billett, beating his fists on his chest, but it doesn't matter. You can't get around the back porch of the big fight. Rashad Kent again getting the easy position on the blocks.
He'll be wearing Rutgers Scarlet red next year.
About Bruiser. That's one they could have used, right? Maybe get them going and really
had more rebounding as well.
good hands.
Earl Johnson with a fantastic steal. Caught by Griffin. Too strong, but the follow by Dante Jones.
Aggressive. Oh, fearless authority. Great hustle.
Tell you what, they've had a very good first half. Here's Hodgson again. Oh, boy. Someone's got to cover him. He has 21 points. He has 21 of the 51. 9 seconds to go in the half. Rutgers routing West Virginia. He's Shannon's team with a 51-24 lead. Still to come, the halftime report. We'll bring you first half stats, highlights, from the ball.
So he didn't even look at the basket. He just went up. I know the backboard's back there. 9 points for him. Good job inside by Billett. Deceptive point guard.
St. John's at one point was down by 14. They were down 18-4, and now Kent again inside as St. John's Mark is unable to defend him.
He's on family. Watching his father coach high school ball, he grew up on the court and quickly fell in love with the sport.
Got a lane there. Johnson with a wonderful. Now look at the foot speed by Griffith. And this looks like Syracuse got a rebound, but forget about it. Oh, he's
going to catch a friend of ours down the way, Joey Hassett down there, one of the radio announcers. On the break, it's Rob Hodgson's first field goal of the afternoon.
Tane, the guy, is double teaming. Look at Postel bounce back out on the perimeter, left him one-on-one, and again, an excellent example on how to use it.
That is the first half. So they had moved back to within 6. The last 6 points in the half, then go the other way.
Hand in his face doesn't go. Lead to Johnson to Billett. Everybody should have a hitch in their stroke, Mark. His coaches. Now a hard drive to the basket. And we're going to get an offensive call against St. John's as Joel Selby, a role player for Rutgers, stands his ground and takes the charge.
And Joe Selby has lost.
Artest, the big score for St. John's with 16. Kent had 6.
Comes up short by Hodgson.
One of the things when you take those long shots, it's Hodgson.
Pulls up on about taking his first 3 instead. Beautiful drive on the baseline and a stop. 8 points, 6 in the second half for Hodgson.
Well, you saw the defense.
Gets it back. Thought about taking his first 3 instead. Beautiful drive on the Big East. Great start here for half.
Jeff Billett, on the other hand, has had his hands full. Really working.
Of 6 this season, the Knights are led by seniors and captains Jeff Billett and Rob Hodgson. Both players started all 29 games last year and averaged more than 35 minutes.
With myself individually, I've accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to do individually in the Big East, and now I think, my last year, the most important thing is to go out on a
season. To Jeff Billett and to Rob Hodgson, they haven't had a winning season. They haven't been in the postseason. If for no other reason, this is the year we got to get over.
Dean Barnes for the steal. Jones sets up Kent. Kent, and the bucket counts.
went down.
Outside. Well, that's the key right here. They've done a good job of running him off screens. He's shown a lot of...
1 minute, second half, and it's West Virginia by a pair. Greer beats Moss off the dribble, gives to Hodgson for the wide open three.
Well, a similar thing happened early on.
An extra added boost. Battling down low was a test, but the ball is tipped over to Rashad Kent, and he has 18, and it's at
32% from long range. He's got 8. Inside Tanise. Started well first half. Does likewise here in the second.
And Vickers is looking over.
4 points on the night for James.
To the lane goes Dante Jones, and the freshman having an impact on this game.
Level. This young man should hope someday to be nearly as successful as Jason. The dribble alive. Greer able to pick off the pass, though, underneath. 2-on-1 break. Our test is back, but Greer takes it anyway.
Good ball fake.
Hodgson gets inside, gets his man in the air, and a beautiful finish.
He is a real heady player. Great feel. Just that little hesitation. Get him airborne.
It's a game of speed and quickness, but you never rush. Nice job there. Billett with the left hand, getting...
New Jersey Metro down to 8. Greer's got to go. Oh, nice move by Greer for Hodgson. And he hits. He's 9 for 9, a new career high. He has 23.
It's Hodgson with the three-point attempt. Good rebound, Greer. Put back, and it went home.
Well, let's take a look what he does real well. Clean up the garbage, and when he gets it, he knows what to do with it.
Once again, free Jeff Billett. UConn didn't do a really good job of guarding the guy who picked him by stepping out.
And then you see Hodgson stepping in for Rutgers with the steal, and off to the races they go, and they're looking, not a good clean delivery to Collins, but Hodgson follows it up with a good shot from the outside.
Senior night. Rob Hodgson with his family on his final home game here at Rutgers, and Jeff Billett and his family. And they were just treated beautifully and warmly and lovingly here by the Rutgers fans, and they need to get it going here.
Because you cannot shut down a player like Johnny Hensley for the full 40 minutes.
This is Greer for the pull-up, and he knocks it down. So Jeff Greer, 5 out of 7.
Tanise for Rashad Kent. He's out with a bone bruise of the knee. Tanise inside for 2. That's much better execution in major minutes because the injury to starting center, Rashad Kent. Smaller, but a high percentage shooter. Billett needed it and hit it. Game-tying deuce. Nice recognition.
Transfer student from a successful Allegheny College program, Salvi knows how to win, and he uses that knowledge in helping his teammates on the court and on the sidelines.
For me to get enthusiastic on the side, jumping up and down, screaming. A lot of the time, when you're set on the side, you can see a lot of the things that you can't really see when you're in the game. And I just try to give my team an edge, let them know, get the rebounds, get on the loose balls, and just I try to be as much as a vocal leader as I am a emotional leader.
Athletic director Robert Mulcahy, and you've seen Kevin Bannon do a great job with this basketball program this year. He didn't get them into the NCAA tournament, but the NIT is a good job.
Oh, he did a great job this year, as did the players, Kenny. I think in October, if anybody said we'll sign you up for 18 wins in a NIT appearance, we'd all signed up at that point. It's just that we did a little better, expectations got a little bit higher, and we sort of faltered at the end. But listen, this is the big
in a moment. And Mike maybe a little.
There's the fan club I was talking about. Not everybody went on spring by ourselves. Jones against Yakunis. It's a 2. He's just inside the 3.
He's had a couple of starts this year. Elamine turned away the steal. Here is Greer on the run out. And talk about hot.
The recruiting has been going out just marvelously.
The first half and the first possession of the second as well.
What Rob has Hofstra done to take the air out of the ball so much in this game? Is he put back by Hodson and gives
Hodson, nice move. I don't think the UConn fans thought it was a legal move, but...
And Jamel Thomas. And Thomas with 9 in the first half. Farley had 8. Jones only registered for 4. Starting in place of Greer here in the second half. Here's Jones, who sat most of the first half. A beautiful drive into the lane.
Johnson to the line where he's a 76% performer.
No, but good start.
Nice save by Billett. To Dante Jones. Inside, they're going to count it. The foul was on Sales.
Yeah, they're going to count that. That was a nice hang time by Dante Jones.
Boy, front of the iron, rebounded by Jones, looking long to Billett. Braswell can't get there. Billett goes up and scores.
Does. From Fairmont, West Virginia, about a 15-minute ride from the campus of...
Shot clock with 9, and Hodson nails one. It's a 2.
Greer with the rebound. Rutgers moving quickly. Billett. No call, and Billett spins off and gets the bank shot.
Get him started. Dante Jones looks to break him down off penetration, draws 3 defenders, kicks down. The defensive help not in time. Says, yes, I can dig a different angle. That's what you call some strength, Dave, with some body.
Wasn't toll free. Is that what you're trying to say?
Hemsley had a 22-point game in Piscataway when these clubs met in January. Oh, a slashing goal by Jeff Greer.
We'll call for the Scarlet Knights to come away with the win that they sorely need. Jeff Greer's 3 goes down.
Recruiting year under Coach Terry Shea, and Notre Dame could have a spectacular year under Bob Davie. The signing date is February 3rd.
Some good recruits, and we saw a pretty good effort right there. I tell you what, Anthony Weish, I thought made a pretty good play. He anticipated where Jeff Billett was.
Orangemen who have quietly come out of the break playing better. They have turned what was once a third
bounds, but the kids unrewarded.
Couldn't finish. Earl Johnson forces the turnover. 4-on-2 if Johnson sees the trailers, and he does.
Oh, what a great read. Billett, they got to get back. Great hustle by Billett.
Johnson the feed to Dante Jones, and it's a tie game.
Can't. By Valley got it at point-blank range. He'll have the follow, and there's another second chance point for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. That is 6 on the night.
Well, Kevin Bannon very...
Turnover. It's one thing to get 29 turnovers against the pressure defense of Maryland.
Oh, Rob Hodgson, chance for the three-point play.
Yeah, nice feed there by Kent. Once again, he does so many things. You'd think a guy had hit.
Hodgson at the line, shooting for his 6th point of the night.
On it too. There's the outlet pass. Watch Ron Jesse wisely.
Billett gets the rebound. Could have been a 4 or 5 point trip with a couple of misses. Artest visits the media. Jones visits the rim. Great touch pass by Jeff.
On the floor, crowd wanted to travel. Dante Jones for 3. Got it. Monday, will he be ready for those games? Johnson off the screen, wide open for the 12-footer.
I mean, it's got to be making him crazy because he knows the effect that he has on his ball club. I mean, here, Hodgson, the pass behind him, up and under, good. Nice job by Hodgson, good extension.
The 3. And you watch him, Mark, and all you can see is a guy that's going to get better and better. He's a sophomore now. Rob Hodgson, the senior, attacks the glass and gives Rutgers a 1-point lead as he scored 4.
8-9 teams that were in the same predicament as us, and so when you see, those guys getting in, then you kind of start to realize that maybe it wasn't going to happen. So those teams got in, and seeing that, we kind of had an idea that we might not be there.
Well, it'd have been great to play in the NCAA tournament, but unfortunately we didn't make it, and now we have to really focus on doing the best that we can in the NIT tournament. I mean, not everybody gets into the NIT tournament, so we're going to have to look at it from that standpoint and, do the best we can do in this tournament.
Scored by Hodgson and Jeff Billett. The 2 seniors have stepped up in the early going in the second half.
Well, you talk about letting the game and action come to you, and the seniors have really kept their poise. You can see Kevin Bannon saying, good start to the second half.
Jones, they look for Salvi, too far, good catch.
Salvi gets off the floor, doesn't he?
Salvi, nice looking turnaround in the lane.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe that. Kent testing it. Nice lead. Jones has got it. Pump fake, and he scores. So the freshman really showing a lot. Owls are real aware of how they played Rutgers cheap last year, and Jones goes baseline.
Nice job by Jones.
Great job by Georgetown. Billett here under duress. Hodgson, 3-ball. Hit it.
A little stutter step move at the foul line. Shot clock down to 10. Billett got it.
Well, he takes that on the block and talked to Kevin about recruiting him, Bob, and he said, hey, you know, we know, oh, there's his family from 15 minutes down the road.
Nearby Fairmont, West Virginia, and
Miami by 13, just under 14 minutes left. There's the cut by Jones and the follow by Rashad Kent.
Come Cooks and Thornton. Too much on it. Banged it off our test. We're the other way. One man back. Lead to Salvi. He can jump. He's got hops. He's very comfortable in transition.
Range needed it. Didn't get it. Tip ball. Greer's there. Greer got it.
Good work by Greer. Stay around. We talked about him on the...
A little bit strong. Johnson for 3.
Now here is a guy who started most of last year.
Salvi. Oh, he knocked Flores to the ground. No foul. And Salvi's work gets the hoop. Now
Kent underneath in the low post, and you see that's a pretty difficult trifecta to defend.
Billett behind the screen. Sticks a 3.
But yet he's a factor with the offensive ability as well, don't you feel?
Yeah, and he's good at the other end. Hodgson gets by Brown, and both teams turning it up a notch now.
Here's with the 6-point lead, looking to play for an open shot. Tenise.
Excellent control right there. Alvidas Tenise.
Players do. They questioned the call a little bit there. Gorey thought he was held. Lob to Greer, but Kent cleans it up. Little Westbrook the steal. Greer the re-steal. Billett is open. Faked the 3 and took a 2 and tied the game at 40. Every time St. John's is kind of going to...
Hudson being guarded by Calwett. Collins with a step. Collins takes it all away and lays it home. Nice job by Billy Collins.
Very nice read by Collins right off the bench.
Jamel Thomas turns into the lane. No foul. Kent didn't move. He doesn't have to. He's that big.
It's like running into a brick wall.
It is. Here's Hodgson. He's not attempted a 3. Kent trailing the play. Jams it home. That's 11 for Rashad Kent.
Rebound slapped around, taken back by Greer, and Rutgers starts over. Greer dishing nicely inside it goes, and Donnie Jones, the freshman.
Josh Jones making the most of it.
Billett finds Kent. Use the rim. Count it and a foul.
Now that's some involvement. Here's the big guy. This is his game. Banging, pushing bodies. I mean, he legally gets you out of the area, and Weidman, who doesn't give up much ground, in position that time for Kent to the gate.
Check it out. Look at the defense right there. Boucher just charges Hodgson on that play, the up fake, and he slams it.
Jones has been outstanding on the defensive end and not bad offensively either. Look at Corey Wright.
See if Rutgers can get it down to the paint area, though. Here we go.
Kent, pump fake, and he scores. He does have all the inside moves. And Jones, Kent's open. Draws a crowd. Hodgson had it blocked, and he finally hits his first field goal. Rob.
I think Kevin Bannon agreed with the traveling violation. He's saying, you know what?
Utah.
Gave him a tough game, though, and they absolutely dismantled Temple in the first round as Billett gets another one.
The game. Greer doing a great job in transition, waiting to the last moment to hit his buddy Salvi with the ultimate dunk of the game.
An air ball. Ouch.
Wow, that left his own. That was a foot shot, that one.
Greer could be huge. It is.
And they got the fans back in.
Johnson gets a screen, or Johnson rather gets a screen from Salvi. Now Billett comes free, and Rutgers starting to hit their jumpers.
Well, they're making my...
Collected numbers for the Scarlet Knights on the break. Jones forced it up and got it.
A little bit. If you're patient.
Turn it over, and Rutgers gets the ball back. Dante Jones again.
A little too much juice away from the baseline area for Damone. Got to play within yourself.
But Notre Dame in the spirit Giving, throws it right back, and Billett takes full advantage.
And you don't want to get a player like Jeff Billett going by giving.
Billett with the bouncer to Kent, back to Salvi. And the jump stop, score it, he'll go to the line.
Not a bad play by Joel. They are just shading on.
Goree cut him off. Greer. Good look off glass, counted the foul. See when Greer is doing that.
No doubt about it. Under 8.5. Billett for 3. That won't go. Salvi rebounds. Salvi lays it up and in.
You see where he came from? Right at the top of the key. Nobody put a body on him. Trying to give them a lift.
Yeah, you've really got the leadership of Billett and Hodgson out there, both 1,000-point scorers, seniors, co-captains leading the way.
Good trip for
Hernandez comes over to double up, leaves a free man. Coming off the wing is Jeff Greer, and he goes up high and gets it down. And Rutgers builds its biggest advantage now.
Like that, he's admission of guilt. But as I said, regardless of the foul.
Bring it over here. Jones is open. There he is. There's a three. Rutgers takes the lead.
But again, you talk about Claver, you talk about Edmund Saunders. Those are the guys who are going to have to get the job done inside.
Well, Billett was situations where you have young assistants who are there to relate to the young players. Sometimes the players don't draw that line of distinction because they've been friends with them so long that they begin to treat them like peers.
Have to figure out a way to get Hodgson and Billett open. Johnson, opportunity, takes it, makes it.
Johns this year. So hard to beat a team, as you know, in any sport 3 times in one season, but I love to see Miami and St. John's go at it.
Nice dish by Earl Johnson for the Rashad Kent smash.
Back Kent, get it in, and here comes Greer. They got 2-on-1. Over to Collins, and he will jam it home.
Nice play by Greer. Collins complimented. They needed a little opportunity basket.
Anterior cruciate ligament out for the season. Tenise will play more, and he'll need to be effective in the paint.
Here's Hodgson, open for the free shot, so he drills it. See how he lets the game come to him. He doesn't.
Oster now with 16 turnovers in the game. Rutgers with 10. Again, a tied-up ball, and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights will inbound it.
Also, the great team down low. Now watch the big fella hold his man away. You got to deliver the ball away from the defender, and he's good enough where he doesn't hurry his play.
The entry pass from Dante Jones, and he feels the defense around him, so what does he do? He looks opposite for the open man. Another look, bottom side. He feels the 3 defenders around, so Hodgson breaks, dives to the hoop.
They want to force him to put the ball to the floor, and they've done that all night.
That's Hodgson burying a 3 from right in front of the Rutgers bench.
Played it and want to run for that.
Well, strong. Tenise with the follow. Didn't play in the only regular season meeting of these teams. 3 weeks ago.
More comfortable back on the floor.
Fractured his thumb, second day of practice. Hodgson finally on track.
Work the ball around, a little penetration, and find Hodgson and Billett.
Greer got the triple. So Jeff Greer, a hat trick.
Demonstration of the strength, and yes, the Kent fans appreciating that effort.
Earl Johnson to Hodgson, puts it on the floor. Crowd wanted to travel. Pretty feeds it to Tenise, who lays it in.
Fundamentally sound by Hodgson. He sets the screen, he takes a pass.
And here's Billett with the steal, and since it's a 1-on-3, he does the wise thing and circles, finds an open teammate. Hodgson for an open 3. That's 10 3-pointers for Rutgers.
Hodgson is
Second half. See the timeout count. St. John's over the limit.
Billett has yet to shoot second half. Jones tees it up. Triple. Got it!
Oh, warming it up both ends. If they can keep this pace up, keep the shooting up, we're in for a nice little ride here.
Talented DePaul team on the road. That's right. Mike Krzyzewski's Chicago homecoming. Salvi jams on home. Maybe that could be the impetus for the Georgetown, for the Rutgers offense. On the Seton Hall side of things, Holloway with 4 fouls. Kalkanis with 3.
Played so well against Connecticut, I think you can't depend on that one.
Pick and roll. And scoring is Rob Hodgson.
Good call from Kevin Bannon's squad.
Nowhere to go. And see, leaving Billett out there by himself is not always a good enough job. That time he gets...
They're content to swing it on the perimeter.
Billett, maybe that's why.
Jeff Billett, another three-pointer.
Hudson off the dribble, keeps it alive, will stop and go. Johnson
For two. That's his man in the air. Rebound up Gina.
Didn't squeeze it.
Hodgson. A fresh 35. And the lead for Rutgers on another basket by Dante Jones.
Anything dirty, Hodgson will take care of. Down and after it.
Want to be the go-to guy, but in this situation, he could be the X factor for Notre Dame and take them to the next level.
Beautifully technical, but this guy, you don't want to play him for lunch money when you're on the road. You're going to lose all your meal money shooting foul shots with Jeff Billett.
Is it hard to shoot with nobody standing there in the lane?
No, absolutely.
Not if you're Jeff Billett.
Not if you're Jeff Billett.
Down around the goal, both ends of the floor.
No doubt about it. Totally different from when I saw him earlier in the year. Now there's Hodgson stacking it.
Older brother Jeff, a fantastic career at Rutgers, averaging 13 points a ball game. Hodgson wide open. The 5 for 5 from three-point range.
Makes a point, so we'll see how that one turns out.
Jurkunas goes to the bench. Meanwhile, Greer with a shot. Did he give him 3 or 2, Bill?
I believe 2.
31-28 Rutgers. Hard to the basket. Dante Jones and Salvi follows it up and gives the Scarlet Knights a 5-point lead.
Well, it's only appropriately we feature.
They can sustain the intensity. They do it for a while and then they seem to let up.
Salvi working on Artest. Spun him. And got the 2. That's a nice move by 6'7" outside the arc, though.
Well, he certainly is. Usually on that type of pick and roll, you want your big man rolling to the basket, but
I don't think Hamilton will be in that 2-3 zone much more because you can't allow these Scarlet Knights to get back with the 3.
Another 3 for Greer. And Jeff Greer having quite a day. Back-to-back threes.
Down below you in the standings at this time of the year, you simply are going to have to win it if you expect to go to the tournament. Nice pass from Johnson. Second dunk.
Let's see. 1-3-1 matchup.
Hodgson sets up Greer. 3-ball. Got it.
Nice decision by Hodgson just then. Get in traffic. Give it up. They know they want to get down deep. A little spot up. We have a different momentum shift right now.
11 points for Greer. 7-0 run for Rutgers. Timeout on the floor. 20.
On the turnover, Billett finds Johnson.
Nice job by Johnson on the catch.
Rutgers basket by Earl Johnson.
Billett gets rid of it. Here's Johnson dancing down the lane. Finds Kent. Waits and scores. Oh, a beautiful job of waiting that time by Kent.
Wow, what a move. Rutgers just does a fine job working.
Hodgson gets in traffic. A nice recognition. Pumps the ball to the outside for Greer, who spots up, and he was thinking shot before that ball even got.
Maybe need Hodgson to assert himself some more if you're Rutgers. Nice move inside. That's outstanding. Rashad Kent. Boy, he's got the angles and the quickness to get the shot up and score. And the Rutgers fans, I think we got to love it there blooming here.
Well, you talk about shooting the basketball and making efficient.
Gibson, no. Damon Jackson, Salvi with the rejection.
Jones rebound. Yes, it was. Johnson ahead. Johnson attacking. Johnson scores.
You got to think shot selection there if you're Broken Borough.
Today is from Lithuania, as is Jurkunas. And I mentioned that Jurkunas told me today at the shoot-around that, yes, they had met one time, and it was at the UN building. It was like
the contact didn't get it. Now Johnson, just before the buzzer, hits it.
Now broken down. How many times do you see a team come?
Dan Shulman and Bill Raftery back with you at a Rutgers tie game between Jones. Boy, that was a heck of an effort, and then the follow goes in.
Along came Ted East, huh? What do you think? Gets to the rim. Syracuse not ready for that lob whatsoever.
Cowett, Smith, Brown, Ogunlesi, and Lynch for Villanova. Greer going hard. Greer had it partially blocked. It looked like Ogunlesi got a piece of it.
And it's a guy who comes off the bench. The nice move here by Dante Jones to get it in. But it's Joel Salvi once again on the...
Greer. In the corner, Dante Jones. 3-ball is good.
Happy to have the hardest worker on his team, also being the most talented.
Rutgers gets a tip that goes up and down. They're still in the game.
Take that shot.
8 on the shot clock. Johnson for a triple. Book it. Earl Johnson.
Hodgson lost his footing, but kept his pivot foot, and Billy Collins, Mr. Basketball in New Hampshire with a New England home.
It's the Rob Hodgson show, a career high. 26 points in the ball game, 10 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 5 from three-point range. Jim doesn't get much better than that. No, it does not. Keep in mind also, he has been struggling, as we touched on in the first half a little bit. But worth repeating, I think, again, as I mentioned in the first half, they built a highlight film of him, and he spent some time watching himself on film, shooting the basketball, doing only good things to get his head cleared. He's the son of a...
Remember, no Rashad Kent. Tenise rolls to the goal. That's what I'm talking about again. Miscommunication by Pittsburgh.
And you wonder how Rutgers is hanging around. That's out.
The 1-1. Here's Hodgson from behind the arc.
The barrage continues. Chris Moss. This is from the weak side of the floor. Salvi gives enough time with a little touch down there on the block. And
Dante Jones getting it done, the freshman. Speaking of good freshmen for Rutgers. Exactly, and this is a guy who's displayed an awful lot on the offensive end. We talk about his explosion.
The two of them. Hodgson against Thomas. Here's Jones all the way to the hole. Jones.
Dillon working hard to keep Billett from getting the open shot.
Nice job.
Rutgers makes it work.
Excellent job by
No doubt. Now you can see that pressure defense to the perimeter. You know Rutgers is a good outside shooting team, but they're showing us penetration. Johnson to Kent. Oh, that is just a fine up.
At 85%. 29 of 34 coming in, and that is not an easy shot right there.
Hodgson, kick out to Billett for 3, and Rutgers with 11 three-pointers. That equals the Big East.
Head of their athletic director, who was the best guy out there. Mike Jarvis was the name, and you can see his coaching brilliance tonight, the way his team was seemingly out of the game, and now
Greer again. Got it.
He was shooting 30% from 3 coming in.
Johnson misses the 3. Greer the offensive rebound. Sneaks inside.
You see Kent clear out the Moan Brown. Oh, the wide body opens up a clear path.
Dante Jones got to be careful. Goes up, lays it up and in. Dante Jones. 10-0 run by Rutgers. They're only down 3 in the rack. We can hear him here. All the way from Piscatlo.
Such a good job rising on his jump shot.
Here comes Hodgson down the lane. Spins it in. No foul called.
Leaves right now. Rashad Kent coming to pick him up, and listen to the ovation given to Joel Salvi.
Not hitting the triple, but Tenise on the tip for his first field goal.
10:50 to go in the game. Up and down. Open shot. Earl Johnson extends the lead to 7. Rutgers.
Here the officials talking inside, telling the folks to be easy, and right there, Tenise says, nope, not going to be easy. I'm going to score it over Allen's back.
5 for his team. Under 10 minutes left to play. Hodgson, good position inside, and he's having a strong second.
A 75-66 victory over the Seminoles.
Well, this Hodgson gets the ball up quickly, and Johnson, known as a penetrator, Sanchez tries to defend, but 45-17 record for the teams Rutgers has lost to.
Hodgson muscles his way inside. You don't see him put the ball on the floor all
Away from the ball right now.
Jones baseline beats Cowett. Wow. And beats the double team. Knocks biggest down. Dante Jones.
Alley-oop. Jones with the finish. Got a little
time here at the free throw line so you're comfortable and the crowd does not become a factor.
Nicely done, Jeff Greer.
They get Billett for the shove. His second.
Going towards the rim.
Billett needs this one, and he got it. Nothing but net.
You weren't going to bet against that, were you?
No, are you kidding? No. One of the certain season.
On Sunday, the 28th of February. Earl Johnson off the window for 2. Let's say Earl Johnson has shown the ability.
By Salvi. Tenise ahead of the field. Alvidas Chinese. Nice find by Billett as well. Poor communication there by the Pittsburgh defenders. Pretty much a
solid backcourt play of Billett and Earl Johnson for Rutgers.
Kent showing that strength and reversing the...
You mentioned easy, and this is pretty easy because Tanis times the duck in, and Greer with a terrific look at a key time. And nice play by Hodgson, too. Pride didn't have it. Reverse.
The crowd getting into it. And I tell you what, it has filled up a lot. We're close to a selling. Bounds it to Jones. Jones, nice step and score.
Not only is that a great score, but what a good screen to free him up high.
Defense right now has been played very well at both ends of the floor, especially inside. It's been a battle the whole time, so Earl Johnson says, I'll step it out to the perimeter a little bit, and it's a 15-footer.
It is quite apparent now, Rob, that the winner of this game in the second round of the 99 NIT is going to play the Clemson Tigers, who at the moment lead Georgia on their home floor 37-18.
They want to bring not only the Scarlet Knight, but a rainmaker. 8:27 in the first half, 6:20 in the second half. Kent with it.
Their only hope. Nice defensive shutdown on this set by St. John's. Billett tried to create. Got two.
For Rob Hodgson as he zeroes in on the 1,000-point mark. And inside right there, he's going to get it.
Once again, a nice job to find the open man as Hodgson gets a little recognition from his teammates. As the bench knows it as well as he goes over the 1,000-point mark. Just the 30th player in Rutgers history to do so.
Well, our congratulations going out to Rob Hodgson. Just a terrific Rutgers 13.
Denise rolling inside. Alvidas.
Earl Johnson on the left. Kick out to Greer for three. And there's the 12th three-pointer of the night for Rutgers.
To our Saturday Big East matinee in Miami. 2 minutes to go. Rutgers got a bucket from Greer. And guess what? They're within 3 points. And Jeff Greer with a career day.
By Billett, not forcing the shot. And Greer moving without the ball. Again, there's the good setup of the feet. Nothing but net.
Feet are the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers playing for its NCAA life here. Steele, Johnson, head of the pack, jams it home. Timeout, Georgetown.
Well, you've got to be careful how hard you plead your case in this particular instance.
Guarded by Celestin, who's returned.
This is so close to picking up a foul down there.
And Salvi, that's going to have been counted anyway. Goaltend. And Steve Wappers, I was just about to say, that's got to be killing you if you're a Lapis. And sure enough, he calls timeout. How does Salvi at 6'7" beat Biggis at 6'10" on a post-up like that?
Well, I guess he...
Your time remaining. Greer.
Got hit.
Foul. Count it. Three-point opportunity. Chuck Moore fouled him.
Now what I...
Jeff Billett's father, Lou Billett, anxiously looking on as son Jeff was just called for a charge, trying to take it hard to the basket.
Well, with confidence comes increased two-man basketball. This side, they isolate Bland. Wow!
And he elbowed Salvi to the ground, and a little right back at you from Salvi.
Well, good solid defense. I think this is a good call. Leonard Hamilton.
Push. Hodgson, the find by Billett. Timeout, Connecticut.
When the Bronx and Cardinal Hayes is just begging for that ball. There's a guy that knows you better call 911 because the man's got the touch. Coming again off the screen, going right, going left, doesn't matter. Right now.
And Jones did not play much in the first half. Greer for three, and he hits another one. So Greer with 6.
Far side of the floor. He's got something right down in his neck area, too. Must have just couldn't see it. Now that's the kind of picture, and hopefully he'll be fine, that you would expect of him. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, bloodied and beaten. He gives it all up every time out there.
2-point lead, Syracuse.
Noise. Jones inside. Between two, and he scores. Dante Jones. He's got the last 9.
Get a look at Jeff Billett putting the ball on the floor, getting into the middle, and look at us going up right in traffic and using the glass.
Only 2 of 11 in this game, and they are coming in averaging near 50%. Hobson with a good feed from Johnson.
Axing, crowd into it. There's Jones harassing Thomas. Thomas, jump ball, great play. Rutgers ball. And tonight, Dante Jones' own Jamel Thomas.
Well, he's owning him, Dave, defensively one-on-one. Hodgson also gets credit here.
After tonight's road game, Greer goes in and he makes the layup. The Owls head to Stanford.
To go. And Rutgers taking 25 seconds, it seems, on every possession. There you see the explosiveness.
And the Rutgers career list in steals and also 6th in free throw shooting.
Doesn't go. Johnson gets it, puts it down.
Good decision by Steve Lapis because he had a lot of time on the clock at 12 minutes when he did it.
Billett with a good bucket. That tweener shot.
And we've seen a lot of that. A Thomas miss and a Kent rebound. Off the feed from Billett. Biggest lead of the afternoon is the freshman.
Johnson gets inside, elevates and hits to bring Rutgers back within 1.
He's a streaky.
Within 5, 10 minutes, 26 seconds.
Left to play here at Madison Square Garden on a Saturday night. You knew that was going down.
Oh, and a nice stroke.
Who was his coach at William Floyd High School and has 4 kids, all of whom play basketball. He makes the trip down for just about...
Belongs.
Salvi, nice
Pretty play. What deployment. And that's just extraordinary. Kent dragged his guy, and then the dive to the tip.
Jeff Greer with the dunk on the great feed from South.
Stand around and just look at each other.
Very good ball rotation by the Scarlet Knights. You can't.
Kearse and Goree have been the offense. Johnson, he answers with a 3. This is just going so well for Rutgers.
Second half here, he's got 17 points and a perfect 4 for 4.
That's what you got to look into, Dave, if you're at the line. However, free throw shooters will tell you, hey, all I'm doing is concentrating in the rim. I don't even see all those people.
Extraordinary poise by Jones, and Rutgers brought a smile to the face.
Rutgers has shown that they can run the transition game under control a lot better than I think Providence expected.
Greer off the feed from Billett. Greer with 18 points. It's getting out of hand.
Stop, and here's the push right here on the pass from Hodgson, and he follows up nicely on the cross. Billett finds him, and again,
Down the first objective, Greer coming across the screen, gets hit. Great contact.
Eric, he's already knocked down 4 threes, so you have to come out and respect his shooting ability, but look at him take it in amongst 3.
to some extent has been to at least put Pittsburgh on more stable recruiting ground.
Great play by Billett.
Is he steady or what?
You do it every October in the preseason. It's a guy that can use it in the full season. Again, it results in the basket by Kent.
Kent with a nice finish. He was hammered.
Aggressive defense with limited fouling. Boy, you can't beat that. Hodgson, a nice find in there.
It's NIT basketball. Rutgers with its biggest advantage, a 7-point lead. It quickly builds to 10. As Billett sticks a dagger in the Hofstra.
McIntyre really getting after Billett outside. Hodgson for 3.
While he was unhappy with him early, what a response by the senior. When you've had guys, you know what it takes. They can take it on the...
Few times St. John's didn't come back on the offensive board.
Billett with time, buries a 3.
That time, St. John's was back.
Have to credit Hodgson. He's the guy that got the second possession. As you see, Kent, very strong down low, takes the hit and lays it up and in. But we
do here is the dive to the rim, sets this up as Kent drags the back man, and a good read.
Joe Salvi always content to give it up. What's best for the guys?
Oh, he is having a great game shooting the basketball. We know the little things he does.
Johnson. Salvi. Johnson, another 3. He's got it. Earl Johnson.
Johnson came into the game making just 3 of 13 threes on the season.
What a story second half. He's got the last 11 points for Rutgers.
You know, and he's just gone after. Done it with the touch from the outside. He's also shown his athletic ability going inside. This time, just knifing between Brown and Allen inside. Then he...
You should take a look at the reaction of the air ball. A player's worst nightmare.
Back with more Big East Conference basketball from Providence.
From behind the arc.
Like this, potentially, as Billett hits another.
They had 14 trays and a loss.
To the three. Kent all alone. Rashad, the putback.
Going after the basketball.
Hodgson. Lynch harassing him. Oh, there's a great pass. Denise was wide open. Hodgson found him 77-68.
So with that rebound, still plenty of time.
Could be money. Bada bing. He's got the big three. 55.
He's got 10. Way outside. Count it for Billett.
What a hide. You got to go over the top on Jeff Billett. That's probably not paying attention, and that's
To the game. He's a low-key teacher of basketball. As Greer fires, he knocks it down.
Georgetown has been the guys who've been creating turnovers all night, but here it's Rutgers. And Johnson, he's had enough shots blocked.
Johnson with the 3-guard alignment, a lot of pressure.
Here comes Johnson. Pulls up for the jumper, rattling in. Big basket for Johnson. He matches it.
Smart, disciplined basketball. Billett shoots, and he gets the shooter's bounce.
That's exactly it.
Billett with it. Greer off the glass and in.
For need of the official timeout that comes at the next dead ball. Dante, go get him, big fella. There you go. He was 0 for 9 till that jam. That's right. Give him his props because he did play very patiently. Wait.
Back to Johnson. Kick out Greer for 3. And there it is. Rutgers has tied the school record with its 13th three-pointer of the night and a 7-point lead.
The assistants, former standout of Seton Hall. Tonight his dad, Bob Hurley, coaching St. Anthony's against St. Patrick's of Elizabeth in a New Jersey paroque. But so many times the ball's been in the hands of guys who don't normally have it because Claxton's out. He usually quarterbacks them every step of the way.
Thomas has Jones beaten right now. He turns his shoulder, so he's beating him to the basket. But look at Hodgson step in to help his teammate out.
10 team. Why will it be tough for Rutgers to come back? Well, first of all, Kevin Bannon hasn't been able to substitute a whole lot, and he's had some guys really.
5-point Rutgers lead, 5 minutes to go. Hodgson defended by Gorey. Up the court, Greer with a good look to Kent. Great ball movement.
That's what you call making them pay for extending the defense. Punish.
Billett all the way with a left.
That was Gabe Llewellys's 4th foul. And Johnson goes to the line now for Kevin Bannon as Rutgers tries to hang on to his...
And Rutgers has 4 guys out on the floor who can really handle the basketball.
And Johnson with a big take to the hoop. That might have been the dagger right there. An 11-point game with 2-7.
Greer cut off at the pass. Out to Billett. This is where he practices. This is where he plays. And he knocks down his 3rd three of the night. And Rutgers again extends to a 10-point lead. And Billett has 11.
And that right there, once again, Jeff Billett's been the guy who's delivered a rebound.
Here's Johnson. Penetrating off the glass and good. With the pass, huh? Oh, he was short. Kent's there to bail him out. Rutgers leads by 2.
Good use of the
One of the quietest points you'll ever see.
Nice post pass. Strong.
Kent.
Knowing the foul situation, they're taking advantage.
7 points for Rashad Kent.
When you're in foul trouble, you got to make the guy catch it out first.
On the heartstrings tonight here at Rutgers. Jeff Billett, Rob Hodgson, you'll be missed. But Joel Salvi, a real catalyst tonight.
Salvi's the guy who's supposed to come in the game and raise the energy level for the Scarlet Knights, and he certainly did this evening. We've seen him score points. There's a block.
Out of 33.
He even goes through a routine before he gets the basketball, getting positioned and taking a practice free throw without the ball.
He doesn't bother to rattle those in either, Ron.
With Billett's performance against Georgetown on Tuesday, 38 minutes for Billett. No turn.
He'll give it up, though. You know, that's the thing. He doesn't force the out.
Oh, Billett got in between and he hit it. He got in between and he didn't know if he wanted to pass or shoot. He had to put it up and he nailed it.
That they wouldn't have the crowds at the Apollo, but they did very well.
Yeah, they did well the other night against Florida State. Had a great crowd from Michigan State.
If you hide, you pay. Generally, a little nylon stroke, but that's all. Not paying attention to the scouting report. You get 3 removed.
Several campuses in the Garden State. Main one in Piscataway. Billett a triple. Bannon was mad at him. He made a rare mental mistake on that.
Pain. And that's what it looks like they're working on right now. He got hit in the jaw that last time down. There's Billett with that 3.
Rutgers is up by 11. Denise has played his part and then some. Here, Piscataway.
Nice looking player.
He is a total all-around player. Only 63.
Out by Greer. And just as he practices night in, night out here at the rack, Jeff Billett steps up and hits yet another 3, the all-time leader here at Rutgers in that category.
Success in the NCAA tournament the following year. Over the years,
Johns, remember, number 9 in the country. So a knockdown in the lane. Artest took a shot. Jones, he had hit 3 of his last 26 shots over the last few games until that dunk, and Jeff Billett hit a 3, sending the Scarlet
Rutgers, all of them way off, and Greer, a shutout tonight. 3 balls going to count.
And let's see who the foul is on.
Let's see if they're going to consult.
It's good. And the foul, I think, is against Georgetown. I think it's against Perry.
Somebody down low.
You got to be kidding me. This could be a 5-point play and tie the game.
You bet. 3-0.
Opportunity. Billett gets a very clean look. The manager in the background had that baby read pretty quickly. That shot wasn't even taken, and the manager over there is standing there as if the 3 has gone down.
Hamilton and Freeman can shake theirs. I mean, here's the
story coming down here the last 4 minutes of the game, because Providence is going to start reverting to the foul and putting these guys on the line. And as you said, John, down the other end, the Friars have to hope that Hodgson misses the second.
And that's not good. On the night, that's a great evening now. Greer in a hurry. Pull up, intermediate, jump shot off the glass. For you old-timers, did that remind you of Sam?
They led 51-24 at the half. Collins with a 3. He's now 2 of 8 from down.
There's our people. And there we have Dante Jones with that big rebound.
High school, I won't say recruiter, but analyst, said he's a mountain masquerading as a man. And back we go with Rutgers in the lead.
A mountain with sore.
The ability to hold your position and take it at the big guy. That's what Jimmy was.
We know rebound trip. Greer comes up with it ahead to Billett. Billett for 2.
Well, they just keep coming back, don't they?
They force the turnover. Hemsley at the other end is blocked by Jones. What a recovery.
Going for career high. Back outside, turned it over. Numbers 2 for Rutgers. Celestin, the only man back. Jones, laying up and in. Celestin could not afford the foul. Celestin.
Take a look here. This is a reaction the second time now. This ball went in.
The NIT kicks into high gear. Top teams battle for an invite to a round ball garden park.
Most of them have been counselors at his 5-star camp, but that puts you in such a hole when you don't convert the charity. Look at this look.
Great look, and Kent is right there. Rashad Kent playing with 4 fouls, and the big freshman out of Fairmont West.
68. 62. It was a 5-point difference at halftime. It winds up a 6-point difference. So congratulations to the...
Billett trying to free himself. Here he comes this time.
There it is. He's the all-time 3-point leader at Rutgers University.
You know, part of it that you don't necessarily look to when you read the score in the paper tomorrow.
Starting to talk earlier about the importance of signing Dante Jones last year. What it did is it showed that Kevin Bannon and his fine staff of Todd Kowalczyk and Rob Lanier and Danny Hurley and Jim Carr were able to keep the talent.
Our people, and what a way to beat the pressure defense, Doris.
Well, Hodgson, the first pass, and then beating the pressure. Kent. Exclamation.
Yep, Alvidas Denise. 10 points, 5 rebounds.
Watching the game films this.
Athleticism if you're Rutgers, and you've added some here with freshman Dante Jones, who just closes out in defensive transition beautifully. Another angle. Hemsley has a step, and Hemsley is missing.
For Rutgers, if they're going to make their run, it's under 8 minutes.
Oh, Denise taking a big shot and making it.
It's hard to tell, but I believe it was no call, and just from Syracuse ball out of bounds.
Here's Jones. He's been the star of the second half.
Really has been. Nice feed there from Hodge.
He runs into his own man. Nope. Nice pick there by Dante Jones. I mean, a nice pick by Dante Jones. And a cut opened up. Nope. Thought a cut was opened up. He's just checking out the... Look at a team like this. They've been able to stay with UConn and stretch into this game. They're competitive.
Dante Jones been right here. The foul is called against Perry. It's just off your screen to the left. He's hanging on to Kent.
You can see Frank with the call down low.
Kent, number 44, is going to set the screen. Now, as he rolls to the basket, you can see Perry's got his hands all over him.
Seton Hall once had a 14-point lead, and this cut it down to 2.
Hodgson would have.
Rutgers needs penetrating action to the goal. There it is.
Hodgson lays it up at the 3:40 mark. Makes it a...
So we're all even at 8-0. Mountaineer run. Billett for 3. There's the school record of 14 three-pointer by...
Open underneath is Earl Johnson, and
shoulders are square, and he's ready to nail you quick.
Denise.
11 for Denise.
In bonus situations, Greer and one.
Big basket by Greer. Cutting to the basket. You know, that's a nice move. He's got a chance to draw a foul, and he gets the bonus of getting...
The ability to get the right angle. A lot of guys don't do this. Billett brought it all the way down. You're telling the big guy which way to go and how quickly to go. And just magnificent. Actually, a piece there.
Also, as you see right there, the all-time leader, because he just waited it out very nicely, run off a screen to free himself up. Watch the patience that he shows right here. Patience, more patience. Now, bang, I want to come around in stride. I get my left foot down.
Out of Grady Vocational in Brooklyn. Greg Norman spent time at Milford. Rutgers' success story in basketball, illustrated by the many banners hanging at the far end.
This is their 10th NIT appearance, their first since 19 bargaining situation, so the NCAA's had a tough couple days in court.
Jeff Greer ahead of the pack. He can soar, and Rutgers is flying down. Not the Dutchman as the Rutgers Scarlet Knights blow it open and take a 49-33 lead. Clemson will be next. Clemson right now winning big over Georgia, 56-33 in the second half. And Princeton has come from behind to take a 6-point lead in the second half over Georgetown. Another NIT game.
Oh, it's been a situation where
they were out in the whack at midnight. Jeff Billett on a runner.
He's got 22. Jones inside, finally
in the lane, contact. Jones puts it up a 2-point.
The big man in the middle, replacing Rashad Kent, muscling back into the middle, over the top. The big fella now is running the floor even better. Now he's getting his hands on the ball. What the little look away, little jump hook. He's 5 for 6.
Braswell, he's a lefty, in trouble. 2, got it off. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Shot clock violation. And I think they finally teed up.
They teed up Craig Esherick.
They finally got Esherick.
He has been asking for it for a while.
He's 41 of 49 from the line this year. 83.7%. He leads Rutgers.
Just a few minutes ago, 197th made 3, and that's a look at his brother Todd, who's regarded as one of the top point guards in the country. A great snare by Kevin Bannon and his staff, part of a terrific recruit.
Right, second in a row, yeah.
And I think he might have had one in the first half. Here's Jones, nice cut in the paint. It's good.
He's playing very, very well. He's showing you some things, handling the basketball. This kid's a great.
But yeah, that should be a good matchup inside, and seems like the Ivy race always comes down to those pennants.
Alvy's going to attack. He got hit. Jones is there to lay it up and in, and that may have done it.
Of Jones and Greer.
Jeff Billett took a shot to the eyes, and nice cut by Hodgson for 2.
Nice cutting action right there, and he gets a step on.
That cut may have opened up again for Rob Hodgson. Under 4 minutes to play. Crowd on its feet. 1-point game.
Teed up. Shot clock running down. Braswell loses control of the ball and then loses control again.
8 points. And on this Super Sunday, Rob Hodgson has been super. 10 of 10 from the field. 5 of 5 from three-point range.
8th team foul on Clemson.
Well, gets
now. Good execution. Hodgson just kind of sliding.
Around Thomas. Baseline. Beautiful feed underneath to Salvi.
Look at him run all over the place. Salvi, the save to Hodgson. And you really only have enough energy for one.
St. John's with a 10-point lead.
Plays and reset things. Kevin Bannon wanted a foul on that last one. Thought there was a reach in on the Greer move to the basket.
With 3-ball no. Jones, another rebound. He went up and he scored.
Almost drew a foul
on the night. 18 of them in the second half. Jones in for the jam.
Cap that just rolled along at a snail's pace, but since then Rutgers has responded in the second half, and the fans here at Rutgers have really come out and taken to Kevin Bannon's team. A record 7 sellouts throughout the season, and when this building gets going, it gets very loud, and they're a big factor for the home team.
Tremendous place to see a basketball game, the Rack at Rutgers. They really have a tremendous fan base that has been ignited this year as Rutgers ends a series of 6 losing seasons with an 18-12 record this year. And they come out of their slump, having lost 5 of their last 6. Scarlet Knights lost their last 4 regular season games. They beat Pitt in the Big East tournament, then lost to St. John's. But now Rutgers is cooking again against a good.
Our best play of the game brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people, and who else? But Rob Hodgson shooting the basketball 10 for 10. A perfect afternoon from the floor, shooting the ball very well from long range. The confidence back. Career high 28 points.
Side from Greer, can't do anything with it.
Good adjustment.
Tanise right there for 2 on
assists in the game so far. He's been the primary guy to find his teammate.
Billett to Hodgson, the 2 seniors combined. A penetration.
Corner. Greer. Nope. Talked around.
Jones, I guess.
Jones.
Got to get.
Is that what they say in hockey? That's what they say. Yeah. I thought it was slipped on the ice. Lost their edge. A little intensity there, huh? You look up at the scoreboard, you're up 78 to 51. He sees a pass opening that Kent was wide open. Doesn't like it. But he says, forget about the score, guys. We want to play this thing as if it's a 0-0 score. That's why I have you on the floor. You want playing time? You have to execute, work, play with intensity, and make the right pass.
Put up a shot. Now he will with 4 seconds left. Jones.
Yeah, he hasn't reacted to the crowd at all. He's just taking it. The crowd has their right to do what they want to do and boo if they want, just as long as it's not nasty. And he's Hodgson, very good free throw shooter, so a little advantage right there with those 2 players.
Thomas, little discontinued. Boy, I tell you what, this has been. I'm trying to remember back the last time. That's 9 turnovers.
Then get off. I don't think too many shots here in the second half. Jones, a rare outside shot. He hits the 3. Tied at 53. 11 points for Dante Jones, his first field goal of the game.
Got a problem in that. Rob Hodgson's cut has opened up again, and he has been taken off for some work. Hopefully they'll be able to patch him up and get him back into the game with 3:54 to play.
It's the dribble. Occasionally he'll cup it. Going too deep. Nice play by Salvi.
Salvi, who replaced Hodgson, took it right out of the hand.
Steal by Salvi. Watch out. Salvi is down. He's hurt. The foul is intentional. They're going to throw him out of the game, I think. Billett gets tied up over there. Both coaches are going to come onto the court. Farley's out of the game. Salvi is still down. Glenn Renelay will check him out.
Corey Wright comes over to success against Xavier in Kentucky, but
If the basketball season isn't as successful, but Kelly Taylor's personal problems are dealt with for years well beyond what happens in the Big East. One more for Joel Salvi.
Rutgers found a very tough opponent here.
Tees up a three. That's going to be wide right. Tipped up. They got it. Greer looked like Greer.
I thought it might have been Greer, too. A little quick to play for Hofstra in the second half.
Getting back to that NCAA story, Rob, that is enormous. I mean, the lawsuit base on that, I mean, it could be unbelievable.
Poor already.
Scarlet Knight looking to impale the Hofstra Lion. And almost a pathetic display of...
And Kevin Bannon's going to make one more substitution. Billy Collins, who saw some early time, will get Billett back out of there. No reason to take any chances. Also, Connor Fox, a freshman, is going to check into the game for the Scarlet Knights. And he'll replace Rob Hodgson, who had a big second half and got his 1,000th career point tonight.
Number 300 for Kevin Bannon. A very spirited contest, and the Villanova curse dies here at Rutgers.
And it's usually a hard time for Syracuse.
Here comes Hodgson, trying to get it back into this game. Got his 30 for Rutgers and one of their best free throw shooters at the line at Hodgson.
He and Billett must have some contest, right? He's about 80, and Billett 86.
Billett leads the conference. Rutgers has now made its last 11 free throws. Syracuse calls timeout.
Jeff Billett getting much-deserved rest. Up. Samuels will fire the long two and hit it.
Again, as he does make the push from behind.
Well, you can see he actually didn't shove him. He kept his hands on Salvi's back.
The line. Minute 36 to go. They had climbed back to within 6.
Huge three-pointer. Billett simply cannot get open. Jones steps into the open area. I think surprises Burton with the fact that he squeezed it off because he...
In the NIT. It's one of the things about the NCAA, because of the neutral floors, you get so many Cinderella stories. Here in the NIT, much more difficult when you've got to go on the road and beat somebody at home.
The NCAAs, but they'd like to make the trip to Madison Square Garden. As Hodgson swishes it.
Point Rutgers lead at the 3:18 mark of our first round game. Go by without seeing Jessie, as she's known, the sister to Ricardo and Jeff Greer, with no mom and dad in the house. That woman was very, very important in the upbringing of Ricardo and Jeff. As a matter of fact,
Conley wanted that one. That's set up into the 15th row.
The big fella. Serve it up.
Goodness gracious.
Fans love it over there, too.
Rutgers on a 7-0 run.
Out in Hawaii, I say with you, Tom.
He's got the good gigs, huh?
Oh, he sure does. Who does he know? And right now, this building has got them alive and juiced up, and Hodgson's effort, something they had put them underneath earlier.
Hart trying to shake free of Billett. Off the glass, too strong, and an offensive foul will finish the night for Jason Hart.
And look who picked it up. Number 4? No. Number 45? No. Number 24. Hodgson, whatever uniform, the ticker's the same.
A brilliant night for Hart. Ends prematurely. 17 points, but he fouls out.
Hodgson tonight, 13 points.
They started it. He and Billett, I think.
5 rebounds.
Bobby Wenzel brought them here, and they are part of this tradition now.
Working overtime, leading the break, handling the pressure. Jeff Greer has been the recipient of some easy transition baskets. Not easy.
Go down. Collins. Hodgson, he'll shoot it. Down it! 6 for 6 from three-point range. What an afternoon. Career high, 31 points, 11 of 11 from the floor, and he's coming out at the next whistle.
Do it. And Joel Salvi, his reaction is
So Kevin Bannon is now 22-17 in his career as Rutgers head coach. More importantly, his team is 8-2 overall. Great opportunity to enjoy it too. We'll be back. We'll have our post-game activities from here at Jadwin Gym. An 11-point win for Rutgers tonight.
Is it right here?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, no, comment about the goggles. So yeah, you know, again, I wasn't aware of it, but you know, it's a nice thing to have, and it makes me feel proud of some of the things I've done at Rutgers, and proud of the people that are there, because you know, we've had just great experience there at Rutgers. Jeff and I, you know, as seniors and being there 4 years, there's just some great people, some great experiences right down the line, and you know, thanks to those guys and the fans. We had a lot of fans here tonight, and you know, they mean a lot to us. And
by the way, McIntyre, we talked so much about his scoring.
The NCAA is won by the one team in 64 that goes on a 6-game winning streak. And that team will be the Duke Blue Devils.
And Hofstra right there as they took the timeout. As we said earlier, they didn't have any timeouts. That'll be a technical foul when they come out.
Well, you know, there's two ways to look at this.
Tonight is a night these two surely dreamed of, will never forget, and they hope happens again. Offensive foul on Jeremy Holmes as Pitt is trying to cut it back and
throw the ball around the line. And Linehan went down. He's hurt. Here's Salvi. That's the exclamation point for Salvi. 9 points. And now the ovation. Salvi in, and there goes Rob Hodgson. And my guess is we had Billett out of this game earlier, a senior. Put Hodgson in to give him an opportunity. Well, the story you told about watching the video, it's just tremendous. How he applied it. He'll be running to get this video. This is one I'd keep in the old top drawer at home forever. Show the grandkids this afternoon. Maybe I had some influence on him.
Him somewhat there. That's a tough situation.
Huge free throws. Rutgers making them all down the stretch.
Now here's a
look at this. And then Billett gets it right back. Greer for three. Big shot. He hit it. Might be time to talk things over. Corey Wright back.
He's figuring out, well, there's another one. Let's sit back and enjoy this one, Ron. It's got to be a little heartier for his brother, don't you think? He epitomizes, I think, getting everything out of a college.
Loves the history of it, loves just the game itself, and one of those type of kids that on a Saturday afternoon, if he can get 3 games during the tournament, he will.
Solid effort by them. Defensively, what you expected. The rebound.
Yes, Earl Johnson of Rutgers down low. Dante Jones puts it down with 2 hands. The freshman Jones with 8.
Exclamation point. 11 of 11 from the field, 6 of 6 from downtown. A career high 31 to lead Rutgers. 30-point edge over West Virginia. Time to take a look.
Presented by Bud Light.
And don't forget, Dan, Syracuse has the ability to extend the floor now. They have a zone trap. They've got good aggressive man-to-man, sniffing and doubling. And also they've got that solid half-court trap. And they're going the length of the floor even on the inbounder. Rutgers does a great job, as you know, with Kent. A hustle foul. The big wide body, once he made contact, Kevin's going to steal it.
Well, Kent gets this block, but Greer doesn't quit on the play, and it's generally when the second guy...
Hodgson the follow. Jones kept it alive. Dante Jones perseveres.
Here's Hodgson. He's got Greer and Salvi. Here's Salvi again. Yes.
Well, you said it, John. They were trying to foul Earl Johnson.
Armstead strip. Here's Fox. This is going up, Bob. Oh. Off his knee, out of bounds, West Virginia ball. Good prediction, huh? You knew that was going up. Look at them. They're cheering for him. They want to see him get one. Fox is them up, right?
Griffin goes to the goal. Salvi got a piece, and Dante Jones is wrapped up.
Not a bad drive either by Griffin. Allen turned the corner. Just
good work. And then he steps up from long range, rips one through, and that's time to celebrate yet. But
they'll see tomorrow night, and we'll see you.
Board, no one was talking about them. They were a team no one even said was a bubble. Everybody had them as a lock in the NCAA tournament. And they had to go on the road to Toledo and got a big win.
Now Rutgers getting a standing ovation as Hofstra comes down the floor one last time.
But it's a science to create a lane. Again, Salvi left himself a lane to receive the basket.
Hodgson inbounds the ball. Rutgers is out of timeouts. Inglesby hawking Billett. Looks like he's going to let it go. Here is Billett down low. He fires. It goes at the buzzer, and Jeff Billett wins the game.
Oh, what a big-time effort by the senior, Jeff Billett.
What a tremendous play. Jeff Billett taking it on himself. The great ones want to do it when it's on the line. And Jeff Billett, the ball was in the air. The buzzer sounded, and in it went. And Rutgers on the road beats Notre Dame 72-70.
Well, you could tell Inglesby didn't want to foul. He got his hands up, and Billett realized that. Got down.
Now the final score. Rutgers 87, West Virginia 61. Rob Hodgson, a career high, 31 points. Did not miss a shot. Made all 6 of his threes, all 11 of his field goals, and all 3 of his free throws. The 6'7" senior leads Rutgers to their 14th win of the season and their 6th win in conference play. We'll wrap it up after this timeout. These seniors thinking through the game.
Billett and Hodgson, the captains, for the triple team. Where's Billett going to go?
Oh, they should have fouled him.
Sure enough. And that should do it right there. Jones is there. Good night.
Big break. Good effort by both of these clubs, though, Dave. They come and they play hard, both of them.
Thomas, a couple of meaningless points here with 1.7 to go. A lot to like for both of these clubs, indeed. But Rutgers gets it done. 72-67. Rutgers at 7-1, 2-0.
Went up and under for the basket. Salvi looking for his 12th point of the one at one point, and then the Friars cut it back to 6.
Just got it to go. Great job by Salvi. Billett the look ahead for Greer.
Let's go and score.
Vales down early in the game. Rutgers up by 2 at the half, and in the second half it was all Rutgers as they overpowered Hofstra and win this opening round NIT game 58-45.
Another big step in the rebuilding process here under Kevin Bannon, not only getting to the postseason, but making sure they took care of business here on their home floor, getting the win in the first.
And I think Dave defensively.
Dante Jones, a career high 19 points. He was very impressive. But